The following is a live sports presentation of Glycod Communications, GLICOD.com.
Glycod's coverage of Kentuckiana Football Friday starts now.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Linton, Indiana, the home of the Linton-Stockton Miners. I'm Mike Beck, and with Anthony Wardlow tonight. We're here at Linton, Indiana for the game. Antoine. Sorry, what did I say? I am so sorry, man.
How's everybody doing tonight?
I'm doing great. Oh, dear Lord. I got your last name right, though.
Yeah, man, you fine, Mike.
The first game, I couldn't get that right. Antoine Wardlow and Mike Beck, and we are here in Linton, Indiana. We just rode 2.5 miles. I'm just a little car ride goofy, but we're here on a perfect night for football. And when you say perfect night, it doesn't get much better than this, does it, Antoine?
Absolutely beautiful. It's not too hot, not too cool. Sun setting. Fans are showing up. We have a senior night here tonight. Looking forward to some good football.
Our game time weather tonight brought to you by CASA of Clark County. If you are looking to get involved with the life of a young person, be a volunteer, and enrich the life of a child and your own. For more information, you can call 285-0743 or visit CasaVoiceClark.org. And as we say, perfect night, you don't get much better weather than this mid-October. It's the 15th day of October, last game of a 9-game regular season in Indiana, and the temperature at kickoff is 71 degrees, not a cloud in the sky, light breeze. Man, I just want to live here because this is so sweet.
Oh, tell me about it. Absolutely perfect.
Your game time weather brought to you by CASA tonight. Great matchup tonight between the Pioneers of Providence. They go on the road. This is a long road trip. We know it. We just made it. Against the defending state champs in Single A, Linton and Linton-Stockton, as they move up to Class 2A after having a lot of success in the postseason in recent years. Part of that IHSAA rule, they bump up in class when they've been very successful. They're not going to play up this year, and they've had a little hard time. They're 5-3 tonight coming in.
Yes, well, like I said, you got both teams coming off a loss, so I'm expecting both of them to come out with fire tonight, ready to get this win. Like I said, you have a senior night here at Linton-Stockton. Providence really needs to find a way to pick up the pace going into the playoffs.
All right, we'll go ahead and take our first break. We come back, we'll take a closer look at these two teams. Not able to get any coach interviews tonight because of some technical issues getting set up and just making sure everything's working. But, hey, we're here, and that's really what's important, isn't it?
Yes.
So we'll take a break. We'll be right back, and we'll be closer to kickoff. Just a few minutes away right here on Glycod.com.
Locally owned and operated, Hoosier Termite and Pest Control is proud to be a supporter of Kentuckiana High School sports. In business since 1941, Hoosier Termite and Pest Control offers free estimates on bed bugs, termites, and all other pests. They specialize in residential and commercial properties and would love the chance to work with you. For more information, contact them at 866-445-0605. That's 866-445-0605. Hoosier Termite and Pest Control, home of the quality technicians with a personal touch.
You're busy, always on the go, and when you need your car repaired, you need it done right. At Call's Body Shop and Auto Service, you can now make an estimate appointment to better serve you. Just call 949-5245 and schedule a time that fits your schedule. They're open Monday through Friday 8 to 5 and are family owned and operated. They've been serving your family since 1954. At 2801 Mount Tabor Road in New Albany. Call Call's Collision Repair at 949-5245. For mechanical repair, it's 948-2778. That's Call's Body Shop and Auto Service. Can we fix it? Yes, we can.
The best things in life are free, and that includes free checking from Centro. When we say free, we mean it. Free checking has all the online and mobile banking features you want. Plus, no minimum balance, no monthly maintenance fees, and no required transactions. Get seriously free checking and bank with a seriously local business. Check it out at Centro.org. Centro Credit Union, centered around you. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Opportunity.
Kentuckiana Insurance Center in Sellersburg protects what you love and provides security when you need it most. They're a full-service, independent insurance agency with a hometown attitude dedicated to providing superior service and the best coverage possible. A Pacesetter agency for 28 years, Kentuckiana Insurance Center was awarded Motorist Coveted Pacesetter designation, the top recognition the company awards agents. Choose a Motorist Pacesetter agent to get the protection and security you need. Motorist Insurance. You know us. Call Earl of Bonneville or Larry Shepard at 812-246-4700.
This edition of Coach's Comments is brought to you by Kentuckiana Insurance Center at 110 East Utica Street in Sellersburg. Independent insurance agents for 30 years. Contact Earl Bonneville or Larry Shepard at 812-246-4700.
And this is normally our time where we go to Coach's Comments, where we get the recorded pregame interviews with Coach Dennison and Coach Oliver. That won't happen tonight, but Antoine and I will be talking about these two teams. And we'll start out with the Pioneers from Providence. Coach Dennison has the team at 4-4 this season. And that record could be a little deceptive when you look at some of the teams they played, especially they stack the deck against themselves as the season kicks off. They always are, in the last several years, have opened with New Albany, a 6A powerhouse, just dropped to 5A this year for the first time, but that's not much of a drop in class or power. And then they take on Floyd Central, another 5A school. Then a new rivalry begun this year with Silver Creek, a 4A team with an outstanding season. And they open up 0-3, and you think, man, they got nothing. But they turned it around, and they're 4-4 now.
Yeah, it shows the fight in this team and the coaching staff. Again, what you mentioned, Mike, they start off with a hard schedule, which I think is going to pay off in playoff time. Last week they played Millen. It was a 29-12 loss. They had 273 yards total offense. It was a pretty balanced attack, 136 yards passing, 137 yards rushing. So I expect to see them stick to that and try to pull this win out.
All right, Coach Dennison, the 7th year in the program, and really looking for consistency. And I don't think it's a coaching issue. I think it's just he's been having years. He's got a great defense and not much power on the offensive side. This year he's got a pretty decent offense. Defense has been pretty good, but neither side has been what you'd call an outstanding unit. So he's making the best of the cards he's dealt, and hopefully the Pioneers will get it together tonight. This will be a tough challenge on the defending state champs, Linton Miners.
Yes, it will. And I don't see how Providence can get out of here with a win, giving up 446 yards like they did last week against Millen. So we will be keeping an eye out on the defense. Both sides of the ball need to have a big game tonight to pull this win out.
All right. Well, we'll take a break again. We'll come back and take a closer look at the Linton-Stockton Miners and find out what they have in store for us tonight. I'll tell you one thing, they got a lot of seniors as they're out there doing their senior night festivities here on a perfect October evening. We'll take a break. We'll be right back right after this.
Mayhem is everywhere.
I'm an extremely average golfer. I take my first full swing of the day and hit a perfect duck hook over the frontage road and right through your windshield. You yank the wheel and end up OB in a water hazard. And if you have cut rate insurance, you could be out a whole lot of green. So get Allstate.
And Floyd Knobs. Call Allstate agent Packy Page today.
My dealer smells like roses and cinnamon gum.
When I was born, my dealer brought a teddy bear to the hospital.
My dealer pays for my college tuition.
She makes the best chocolate chip cookies. Plus, she comes to all of my basketball games.
Now he calls me princess, which I don't really like, but he's cool.
Sometimes she even does my laundry.
Don't turn someone who loves you into your dealer. If your name isn't on the label, the pills aren't yours.
You're busy, always on the go, and when you need your car repaired, you need it done right. At Call's Body Shop and Auto Service, you can now make an estimate appointment to better serve you. Just call 949-5245 and schedule a time that fits your schedule. They're open Monday through Friday 8 to 5 and are family-owned and operated. They've been serving your family since 1954. At 2801 Mount Tabor Road in New Albany. Call Call's Collision Repair at 949-5245. For mechanical repair, it's 948-2778. That's Call's Body Shop and Auto Service. Can we fix it? Yes, we can.
The Locker Room is proud to be a sponsor of Southern Indiana High School Sports, located in historic Jeff at 319 Spring Street. The Locker Room has been a business for over 40 years and was Southern Indiana's first screen printer. They specialize in wholesale screen printing, t-shirts, and have a full-time graphic artist on staff. No job is too big or small. The Locker Room invites you to team up with the best. For more information, call The Locker Room at 282-8600. That's 282-8600.
And welcome back here. Mike Beck, Antoine Wardlow, and we are glad to be here at Linton High School. Linton, Indiana, nice little drive, beautiful countryside, part of the state I've not been to before, but enjoyed my trip here. But I'm going to enjoy this ball game even more, I think, tonight. Let's talk about the Linton Miners, the Linton-Stockton Miners 2015 state runners-up, single A, 2016 state champions, single A. Now this year they come into the season 5-3. They've played a few larger schools. They've moved up in class, especially in postseason tournament. They're going to play some teams they haven't seen before. But one of the coaches talked to before the game, he said they had a little bit of what they call the hangover effect. After years and years of success, new class has now stepped to the fore and didn't quite get the success that their predecessors have, and that can create some tension late in the season, doesn't it?
Yes, and you're right, Mike. The hangover effect is true. It happens quite often in sports. But I tell you what, you got a Linton-Stockton team that's coming in tonight 5-3. Defending 2016 1A champions. They're playing a little stiffer competition, moving up to 2A. But, I expect to see a balanced attack tonight. Last week, they didn't really have it. It was only 79 yards passing, 242 yards rushing. They also gave up 385 yards offense. So I got my eye on the defense, and I expect to see a lot of impact on the offensive side of the ball tonight. And also, they had 5 turnovers last week, so they definitely need to hold on to the ball tonight to get this win against Providence.
Fans that watched the broadcast last week as we went on the road up to Brownstown, the Silver Creek-Brownstown game, will recognize an offensive a set that will be very similar to the kind that Brownstown runs. They call it the wing tee here. It's a single wing, they call it in Brownstown. Basically the same formation, same offense, slight variables, a little bit different, but a lot of movement in the background, a lot of handoff, fake handoffs, decoys, hiding things. It's going to be tough for the defense to figure out who has the ball because you'll have 3 guys running at you. Only one of them has got the pigskin. Yeah.
Well, I tell you, Mike, I'm glad I got my glasses on tonight because we're going to need them to keep track of where this ball is going to be tonight. But I'm looking forward to these both these teams' offense tonight. Very exciting, very old school style. So I'm just expecting to see both teams execute this offense well. I'm very excited.
Well, they're playing for pride tonight. It is senior night, last night of the regular season. Next week they open up postseason play for the first time ever in 2A ball. So they want to go out on a win tonight and be ready to roll into the playoffs on a winning streak. Same for Providence as they head next week to start their postseason journey. Both teams want to end the regular season well, correct?
Correct. It's very important. With playoffs coming up, I would rather go on with the win than a loss. So I'm expecting both teams to come out hungry and ready to play some football tonight.
All right. Well, we'll take a break. We'll be right back with more coverage right after this on Glycod.com. Stay with us.
Westminster Village, Kentuckiana, a senior living community located in the heart of Clarksville, has been serving residents and the community for over 3 decades. Even if your needs change, your home doesn't have to. Independent apartments, assisted living, rehab programs, and skilled nursing. Call 812-282-9691 to schedule a tour and to find out more. Find Westminster Village, Kentuckiana on Facebook and online.
The W.M. Kelly Company, complete metal manufacturing located in New Albany. They are always looking for experienced welders and machine operators. If you're interested in becoming part of their team, contact W.M. Kelly's Human Resources Office at 812-945-3529 or send an email to info@wmkelly.com. W.M. Kelly. Designing, building, innovating.
The best things in life are free, and that includes free checking from Centro. When we say free, we mean it. This seriously free checking has all the online and mobile banking features you want. Plus, no minimum balance, no monthly maintenance fees, and no required transactions. Get seriously free checking and bank with a seriously local business. Check it out at Centro.org. Centro Credit Union, centered around you. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Opportunity.
My dealer smells like roses and cinnamon gum.
When I was born, my dealer brought a teddy bear to the hospital.
My dealer pays for my college tuition.
She makes the best chocolate chip cookies. Plus, she comes to all of my basketball games.
Now he calls me princess, which I don't really like, but he's cool.
Sometimes she even does my laundry.
Don't turn someone who loves you into your dealer. If your name isn't on the label, the pills aren't yours.
You're busy, always on the go, and when you need your car repaired, you need it done right. At Call's Body Shop and Auto Service, you can now make an estimate appointment to better serve you. Just call 949-5245 and schedule a time that fits your schedule. They're open Monday through Friday 8 to 5 and are family owned and operated. They've been serving your family since 1954. At 2801 Mount Tabor Road in New Albany. Call Call's Collision Repair at 949-5245. For mechanical repair, it's 948-2778. That's Call's Body Shop and Auto Service. Can we fix it? Yes, we can.
Locally owned and operated, Hoosier Termite and Pest Control is proud to be a supporter of Kentuckiana High School sports. In business since 1941, Hoosier Termite and Pest Control offers free estimates on bed bugs, termites, and all other pests. They specialize in residential and commercial properties and would love the chance to work with you. For more information, contact them at 866-445-0605. That's 866-445-0605. Hoosier Termite and Pest Control, home of the quality technicians with a personal touch.
Welcome back here as our pregame coverage continues, and we're looking forward to the ball game tonight as the band takes the field, and they're going to be playing some rousing music to get this game going. But let's talk about keys to the game tonight, Antoine. What do you see are a couple of keys to the game for both teams?
Well, for Providence, what steps out in my eyes is defense. They have to find a way to stop somebody. Like giving up 500 yards, it's going to be tough to win a game when you give up almost 500 yards. And then offense, last week they were pretty balanced. I would like to see a little more from the offense, maybe try to put a couple more points up this week. So that's the key to their game for me. For Linton-Stockton, it's simple. Hold on to the ball. Last week they had 5 turnovers, 3 interceptions, 2 fumbles. Defense gave up a lot of yards last week. Offense could definitely do better in the passing game. So Linton-Stockton, if they hold on to the ball, they should be fine tonight.
Couple of keys from my perspective. One, I think you touched on it. Turnovers are going to be key to the game for both teams. Providence has done a pretty good job this year holding on to the ball. Not so much Linton-Stockton. They had a rough week last week, 5 turnovers. You cannot win ball games when you put it on the ground. They're going to get ready to do the anthem. We'll take a break. We'll be right back right after this. Stay with us.
Many children in your community need a voice. That's why you should volunteer for CASA, court-appointed special advocates who stand for the best interest of abused and neglected children involved in the court system. CASA volunteers are ordinary community members, and as a volunteer, you'll receive plenty of training and have lots of resources to help you with your cases. For more information or to become a volunteer, contact your local CASA office or visit casaforchildren.org.
Westminster Village, Kentuckiana, a senior living community located in the heart of Clarksville, has been serving residents and the community for over 3 decades. Even if your needs change, your home doesn't have to. Independent apartments, assisted living, rehab programs, and skilled nursing. Call 812-282-9691 to schedule a tour and to find out more. Find Westminster Village, Kentuckiana on Facebook and online.
The best things in life are free, and that includes free checking from Centro. When we say free, we mean it. This seriously free checking has all the online and mobile banking features you want. Plus, no minimum balance, no monthly maintenance fees, and no required transactions. Get seriously free checking and bank with a seriously local business. Check it out at Centro.org. Centro Credit Union, centered around you. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Opportunity.
Locally owned and operated, Hoosier Termite and Pest Control is proud to be a supporter of Kentuckiana High School sports. In business since 1941, Hoosier Termite and Pest Control offers free estimates on bed bugs, termites, and all other pests. They specialize in residential and commercial properties and would love the chance to work with you. For more information, contact them at 866-445-0605. That's 866-445-0605. Hoosier Termite and Pest Control, home of the quality technicians with a personal touch.
Welcome back here. Pre-game coverage continues. I didn't have a chance to tell you that our keys to the game tonight were brought to you by Allstate agent Brian Wright in Jeffersonville. For a free quote on your car insurance, stop by his office across from Jeff High or call him at 282-2970. That's Allstate's Brian Wright. We appreciate his support and sponsorship of our keys to the game tonight. And as we mentioned, holding on to the ball, that's pretty fundamental, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty fundamental. When you're coming off a loss, you're going into the playoffs, discipline is going to be very important. And I put turnovers in the discipline category. You must hold on to the ball.
One of those things that will determine the fate of a program is how often that ball hits the ground. And if it's a fumble or a turnover, you can bet that your fortunes fade quickly when you give up the ball. So we'll find out tonight how that fares. Providence, as we talked about, coming in off a loss last week at Milan. They 29-12, I believe, was the final there. And I'm not sure what happened to that game. It was one of those games that was such a distance. We didn't really get a lot of coverage and didn't hear a lot about this game. So I don't know, was it an off night for the Pioneers? Was Milan really a strong team? Just simply don't know that answer. But we'll get that question answered tonight because it'll be a test. They may be a smaller school technically, but the Linton-Stockton Miners are big, and they play big.
Yes, they are. Defending state champions, of course, in 1A. Providence has had a tough schedule this season, so you got a school with tradition. You got a school trying to gain more tradition, so it should be an interesting evening.
Do you have any starting lineup information, any of the players that we might be wanting to keep an eye on tonight? And if you do, let's go over just a few of them.
Well, for Providence, I know you must keep your eye out for the quarterback, number 2, Dennis. He's got a receiver by the number of 86. Mr. Schmidt is very, very good. And they also have a running back, number 27, Williams, very exciting. So I'm expecting big things out of those guys tonight. And for Linton, you've got number 4, Mr. Keaton Cox. He's the quarterback and a cornerback. Quarterback and cornerback. Very exciting player. Looking forward to watching him play tonight.
One of the hallmarks of smaller schools is players go both ways. We'll see that tonight and see if fatigue becomes a factor in the game. Starting lineups tonight brought to you by Hoosier Termite and Pest Control. Proud to support Southern Indiana high school sports and offer an exclusive 10% off on pest control services. For details, visit HoosierTermitePestControl.com. Say it just like it sounds. So, clock winding down here. We're in a kind of a tight spot. We'll go ahead and take our last break. We're about 3 minutes away from kickoff. And I know that's what you tuned in for, so stand by. We'll be right back with football right after this on glycod.com.
Dr. Carter's office, Annette speaking. How may I help you?
From your very first call through your dental exam and recare appointments, the warm personal care from Dr. Todd Carter and his friendly staff at Carter Family Dentistry will put you at ease. Dr. Carter can take care of you and your family's dental needs, from gentle cleanings to complex procedures. Call Annette or Joyce today at 812-944-5155 and see why 5 generations of patients still return to Carter Family Dentistry, located on Mount Tabor Road in New Albany.
Locally owned and operated, Hoosier Termite and Pest Control is proud to be a supporter of Kentuckiana high school sports. In business since 1941, Hoosier Termite and Pest Control offers free estimates on bed bugs, termites, and all other pests. They specialize in residential and commercial properties and would love the chance to work with you. For more information, contact them at 866-445-0605. That's 866-445-0605. Hoosier Termite and Pest Control, home of the quality technicians with a personal touch.
Hi, this is Sheriff Jamie Knoll of the Clark County Sheriff's Office reminding you to please buckle up, wear your seatbelts, and refrain from texting while you're behind the wheel. Your safety is our priority. Enjoy the game.
Glycod Communications presents Kentuckiana Football Friday. Tonight's game is brought to you by Centra Credit Union for banking and financial services that are centered around you. By Hoosier Termite and Pest Control, quality technicians with a personal touch. By Kentuckiana Insurance Center, independent insurance agents serving Sellersburg for 30 years. By Clark County Sheriff Jamie Knoll, who reminds you not to text and drive. By W.M. Kelly Company in New Albany, designing, building, innovating, and now hiring. By Voinier's Auto Air in Jeff. By Our Place, providing drug and alcohol education services throughout Southern Indiana. And by Allstate agents Brian Wright and Packy Page. They put you in good hands. Now to the field for all the action of Kentuckiana Football Friday from Glycod Communications.
It doesn't mean anything.
Welcome back here. Pre-game coverage winding down as the teams run on the field, and we're ready to get this puppy started, get this train moving forward. Mike Beck, Antoine Wardlow, and we're glad to be here in Linton, Indiana for the Linton-Stockton Miners, or Linton Miners. I'm still not sure which it is. I've seen it both ways here. It's LSHS on the high school, but in the press box across the way, it's just Linton Miners. So there's probably a story there that I don't need to know the answer to. But,
guarantee it.
Captain's going out to the center of the field. You can see that on the screen there as they work to get a coin toss taken care of, and we'll find out who gets the ball first. Important stuff like that.
Very big game for both teams.
Providence in their white uniforms, navy accents.
This is a beautiful facilities as well.
Yeah, a lot of improvements and upgrades here we were discovering as we were setting up and getting to know some of the folks around here. Very friendly folks, good people. And we appreciate how they've shown us hospitality. We've been working to, smaller schools tend to have smaller press boxes, but you know what I found? They're some of the friendliest places because they all working in the same scenario. Mm-hmm. And everybody's just working together. So appreciate that.
Yeah, thank you. All right, so who won the toss?
You know what? I did not see.
I was trying to get a little comfortable for my seat, Mike. Sorry about that.
It's all right, man. I'm not going to hold it against you. But just a minute after 7 o'clock on the official time. And here we go. Referees, I saw them out there stretching tonight. They want to make sure the referee doesn't pull a muscle or,
Saw he was stretching.
The worst thing you can do as a side judge is pull your hamstring. I mean, they just to ruin your night. But Pioneers come out, and they will kick the ball away. Field oriented north and south. You're looking to it on the screen. The south would be to your right, the north to your left, for those of you that care. For the rest of you, you're going, why are you telling me this? But, hey, somebody out there cares, and we appreciate you following along. Miners to receive the kickoff. And as we said, this is a perfect football night in October. You couldn't ask this. You could order it from the Chamber of Commerce, but they couldn't deliver something this good.
Oh, tell me about it. It's perfect weather. These kids should be excited tonight.
Brandon Schaefer set to kick off for the Pioneers. He's handled kicking duties all season long. We'll see what kind of leg he's got tonight with him. Long bus ride. Sometimes weird things happen. Not a bad kickoff. Rolling, and it's going to go out of bounds, and that will be a penalty. Flag flies. First penalty of the game, and no time off the clock yet. So congratulations, Pioneers. You win the lottery. Ball should be spotted, I believe, at the 35-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 Miners, and you'll get to see that wing T offense.
Very excited to see this execution tonight.
Keep your eye on the quarterback, Keaton Cox. He's going to have the ball many times. A lot of movement, a lot of handoff, a lot of fake handoffs. Can Providence play whack-a-mole? Quarterback takes a snap, runs straight ahead, and a nice run, about 6-yard gain.
It's a good way to start the game off. We know what Linton's going to do tonight. Run. Quarterback straight up the middle.
2nd down and 4. Ball just across the 40-yard line, the 41. Miners on the move. Quick strike there in the first play. Man in motion, goes around the left side, and he'll have the first down. He picks up another 7.
Good play call.
Out to the 47-yard line.
Carried by number 5, Mr. Lance Dyer. Looks like a little sort of reverse out of the wing tee. Moving the chains, first down.
This type of offense requires defenses to be very, very patient and disciplined. You got to stay in your spot. Handoff up the middle. Running back looking for some room. Gets to midfield before he's met by a host of white players. Mm-hmm. The white jerseys stack him up and push him back, but 3-yard gain will be 2nd down and 7 just across midfield.
Yep, running back, fullback straight up the middle, number 20, Mr. Chance Howard. Nice gain on the carry. Say around 4 yards maybe.
You'll see numbers change as players sub in and out. That's one of the The great things of this type of offense, you can raise up a number of kids that can move in multiple positions, and you'll see some substitutions throughout the night.
Oh, yeah, you definitely don't want to blink.
Dyer with the ball back to the left side, and the ball's on the ground, taken away by Williams. No whistle, and Williams runs the other way.
It's going to be interesting.
Did they say the ball was down? Williams didn't think so.
Again, Linton-Stockton struggled with turnovers last week, so we definitely don't want to start the game off this way.
Caden Williams takes it to the house. Of course, it didn't really happen. Ball was down. 3rd down and 5.
Looks like the carry was by number 5, Mr. Lance Dyer.
Dyer on the carry. Fumbles were a problem last week for the Miners, and already fumbled, but they kept it this time. Cox keeps it himself, goes right side, and he's going to be close to the first down mark. We'll have to see where they spot it, and the side judge says, yeah, that's enough. Move the chains.
Now, that's hard-nosed football. Quarterback straight up the middle out of the shotgun, number 4, Mr. Keaton Cox.
One of the things we've noted in the last couple of years, the officiating crew seem to be loath to measure anymore. I don't know if that was an edict directed from on high or if it's just something they decided, we just don't want to stop the game. So now there's very little 4th and inches. Cox to pass, puts it up, hits his receiver.
Good pass. Pass caught by number 2, Mr. Drayden Ward.
And he's going to be very close to another first down out across the 35 to the 33-yard line, and they say that is enough to move the chains.
It's a good play call, set it up with the run.
1st and 10. Miners offense doing pretty well so far.
Definitely.
Play comes to the right side, near side. And this time the Providence defense sniffs it up, makes the stop.
Great job out of Providence defense. Looks like the carry was by number 43, Mr. Cash Howard.
May have lost a yard. If not, he's going to be close to the original line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and 10 based on where they spotted Pioneers defense. Doing a lot of bending.
Looked like a simple sweep to the right.
Single back behind the quarterback. Cox takes the snap, keeps it himself, runs right up the middle, and he's stopped.
Another carry by number 4, Mr. Keaton Cox. Simple football. Hike it to the quarterback. He sneaks up the middle.
Down to the 31-yard line. 3rd down and about 8 yards to go. So this is the first 3rd and long that we've seen for the Miners.
Big down for the Providence defense. See if they can get a stop here.
Cox takes the snap, sweep to the left side. Dyer with the ball going around the corner. And he's going to have probably enough for the first down. Again,
good run by number 5 around the left side.
No, he's going to come up short, they say, down at the 25-yard line. It'll be 4th down and about a yard and a half or so. We'll make it 4th and 2. This is 4-down territory.
Definitely. Linton Miners didn't even think about it. Line straight up, going for the 4th down.
That's confidence.
Yes, it is. Big game tonight.
Trying to draw him off sides. Providence started to jump, held up. Cox goes to the right side. He's got plenty of room, gets to the corner. His speed alone. He's going to go to the end zone for a touchdown.
Carried by number 4, Mr. Keaton Cox, quarterback keeper, around the right side.
Offenses like this one at Linton totally revolve around the ability of the quarterback to make good reads and to determine, especially when he's got options, which option to take. That time he decided to keep it himself. May have been a design play, don't know that for sure, but he got to the corner and his speed was enough to get him into the end zone. 6-0 here at Linton. First strike, first blood.
That's right, nothing fancy from Linton-Stockton. Punching the ball down your throat.
Kick is up, and it is good. Braden Irish, tight end, also acting as kicker tonight. And the score, 7-0, Linton-Stockton with an early lead.
That series was only 1 pass, 6 rushes. It's obvious what Linton wants to do tonight. Control the clock, move the chains.
Well, they kept it on the ground, and it's been effective for them so far. Just 1 pass. But that was enough to keep the defense on their heels, keep them honest, and
yes,
They showed no trouble with that Providence defense, marching down the field, punching it in. Providence last week gave up, over 400 yards?
Yes, 446.
Okay, you don't win ball games giving up that many yards.
Definitely going to be tough.
They're going to have to figure this out. Pioneers back deep to return a kick.
Let's see how Providence responds.
Miners line up the 40-yard line. Kickoff duties. Mr. Irish again lines up to do it. Sets the team. Begins his approach, and here we go. Not a great kick. Going to go through the front row. Caden Williams comes up with it, goes to the left side, trying to get to the corner. Tries to thread the needle, get out near the 40-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 Pioneers.
Pretty decent return by number 27, Mr. Caden Williams. Keep your eye on him tonight. Very exciting back.
Well, the Pioneers will go as far as Caden Williams' legs can carry him, but that will determine be determined a lot by what happens up in the front 5.
Oh, yes, it all starts up front. Love my big guys.
Quarterback Joe Dennis in the huddle with his Pioneers. Calls the play. Here we go.
Definitely looking forward to Joe Dennis having a good game tonight as well.
They put the ball over on the hash instead of midfield. Left hash. 1st and 10 Pioneers at their own 40-yard line. Not bad field position.
No, not at all.
Dennis in the shotgun. Man in motion is Williams. Hands off up the middle. And not a bad run from Kevin Smith.
Yeah, nothing too fancy at all. Hand off to your fullback, straight up the middle.
5 yards and no cloud of dust. Surprisingly beautiful field for this late in the season. Natural turf here at Linton. And many times this late in the year, the natural turf is torn up and it's at the dust bowl in the middle of the field. But this field looks like it's the beginning of the year.
Yeah, this field's absolutely perfect.
Dennis in the shotgun, one man to his left. Caden Williams comes back to the left side, hits pretty hard. He gets out to the 49-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 1. Comes up just a bit short. Nice defensive stop by the Miners.
Yeah, it was a good defense by Linton. Good hard run by Mr. Williams. Yard short of the first down.
You know, in high school, as it is in college, you always graduate a group of seniors. You never know exactly how that next team is going to perform without that leadership of the prior class. But always good to see some players step it up.
Yes, it is. Those guys are waiting their turn, and here it is.
3rd and 1, big third down play, first time of the night for the Pioneers. And we've got a penalty, and this is going to be lined up encroachment defense.
Looks like it was offsides.
5-yard penalty.
Oh, wow.
And Providence gets a gift from the Miners. 1st and 10.
Can't just give up first downs like that in a big game like this. See if they can make up for
7-0. 52 to go in the first quarter. Dennis going to put it in the air. A little swing pass to Williams. Spins. And he gets back to maybe the original line of scrimmage, but no more than that. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Yeah, didn't get too many yards on that play. It was a good idea. Great job out of Linton Minor defense.
Providence key is trying to get Williams involved not only on the ground but through the air, and it's a good approach if you're Coach Dennison. You want to get him the ball as many times as you can.
Yes, when you have a player like him, you have to get him involved early. He's very dynamic. He do a lot of things for his team.
Another thing I'd like to see is to use the big man Schmidt out in the wing in the passing game. Now Williams lined out up outside, trips to the near side. Passing scenario, Dennis going to roll to his left. Not much there, puts the ball up, and it's way overthrown out of bounds. Nice arm, but too much oomph,
yes,
as they say.
Just a little bit over his head. I would like to see the receiver keep running as well, though.
Well, he would have run out in the track. It's not much room there. But, hey, you're right. Play the ball until it's done.
That's right.
That's the difference between high school and colleges, man. There ain't no track around those fields.
Not at all.
At least not the level you played at.
I do like the play call from the coach, though. Keep the defense honest.
Let's see what Coach Dennison has here for 3rd and 10. First quarter, Linton has the early lead at 7-0. Took the opening kickoff, drove down for the initial touchdown. Pioneer man in motion is Schmidt. And we've got a whistle. Timeout taken by the Pioneers before the play snap. And so Coach Dennison didn't like something he saw. He wants to talk it over with his team. So Coach heads out, and the team comes over en masse.
Yeah, the coach definitely saw something he didn't like. Good timeout. Game's too important.
Well, they take a break, and I guess we could do that as well. Why not? We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back right after this. Stay with us on glycod.com.
Mayhem is everywhere.
I'm an extremely average golfer. I take my first full swing of the day and hit a perfect duck hook over the frontage road and right through your windshield. You yank the wheel and end up OB in a water hazard. And if you have cut rate insurance, you could be out a whole lot of green. So get Allstate.
In Jeffersonville, call Allstate agent Brian Wright today.
Back here to the action. Coach Dennison wanted to talk it over with his quarterback, and the whole team came over. A little different offensive set now as they go back out. Earlier they had trips to the near side. Now they go back to the other direction, trips far side. Ball at the 46-yard line of the Miners. Schmidt in motion.
Keep your eye on Schmidt.
Dennis drops back. Looked like they set up a screen. Now Dennis flushed to the left side, puts it up, and cannot get it to Schmidt. Schmidt went down. They thought he was pushed in the back, but that was not called. No foul, no harm.
That's right. Good defense by the Linton Miners.
And that pass, to be honest, was thrown well beyond the reach of Schmidt. He was not going to get there.
Yes, it was. Dennis did a good job just getting the ball away, avoiding the sack.
4th and 10, and a punt situation for the Pioneers. Schaefer back to kick. And deep for the Miners. Kick is up. Nice punt. Fair catch called for and taken inside the 20-yard line. So ball going to be down near the 10-yard line.
Looks like that was number 4, Mr. Keaton Cox.
Keaton
Returning punts as well.
Quarterback returning kicks. So in smaller schools, you got to go. Some players play multiple roles. And an athlete of his caliber, you want to get him on the field as much as possible.
Oh, definitely. You want him to have as many touches as possible.
1st and 10, ball marked at the 10-yard line. And the Miners' second offensive series starts with a handoff to Dyer, goes around left side. He emerges from the pile and is going to be pulled down and thrown out of bounds by Caleb McCubbins.
Good hard run by number 5, Mr. Lance Dyer, around the left side. Again, Linton Miners sticking to what they do, running the ball.
So quickly he got to the corner. He goes into the pile, and he emerges quickly. If it weren't for McCubbins, he may have been off to the races.
Oh, definitely.
Picked up 13 yards, 1st and 10, the 23-yard line. I'm trying to figure out what the issue is here.
You know, I can't even see the clock from here, Mike.
Yeah, it's over there.
Over hiding.
4:38 to go. Handoff up the middle. And this time the Pioneer defense rises to the occasion, gives up about 3 yards, 2nd and 7.
Carried by number 12, Mr. Drake Cunningham. Straight up the middle, hard-nosed football. Looks like it's what Linton's scheme is tonight.
See, just a little bit less movement than we saw last week at Brownstown as they run their variation on this type of an offense. Coming to the right side, and a big defensive stop that time. Nowhere to go for Cash Howard.
Not at all. Great job out of Providence defense. Way to keep their eye on the ball. Like I said, this offense is confusing, so you have to stay focused, stay disciplined.
Big loss on the play of about 6 is going to bring up 3rd and 13. And the first real 3rd and long play for the Miners tonight. They did have a 3rd and 8 earlier, but this one's a little more substantial.
Yeah, this is big.
Play clock down to 14. Cox in the shotgun, and he's going to roll to his left. Looks as a passing situation. Unless he decides to keep it, he's going to put it on the ground. Breaks a tackle or two, and he's going to have a first down.
Oh, yes. There was nowhere to go with the ball, so he ducked his head, kept running. Good job.
Ball out to the 38-yard line, 1st and 10. Miners keep the drive alive.
I'll tell you, this Keaton Cox is exciting. Does everything for his team.
First and 10, Miner ball, 38-yard line. Man in motion is Dyer, takes the handoff, heads back up the middle, and no room in the end. He'll put him out in the manger.
Great job out of Providence defense reading that play.
Couple of yards on the carry, make it 2nd and 8.
Simple handoff straight up the middle.
Ball spotted at the 40-yard line. First quarter action, 2:54 to go in the first. 7-0 Linton-Stockton, the early lead, scored on their first drive.
So far, both offenses have been pretty simple, nothing too fancy. Just trying to run the ball.
Cox in the shotgun. Quick pass out to the near side. Dyer with the reception. And he'll pick up a couple more yards. He's brought down at the 42-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 6.
Good pass and catch, gain of a couple yards. It's a way to keep the defense honest.
Great looking picture for us tonight. The contrast between the white uniforms and the red and blue of the Miners and the green of the field. Best look of the year.
It is.
Big third down play here.
Oh.
And McCubbins made a move and then couldn't stop. Feet went out from under him and went across. And it's going to bring 3rd and 1.
It's going to be interesting, though. I saw
the receiver took off for the offense, so maybe that's why McCubbins was going. We'll see who it's against. Usually that would go against the offense.
Oh, it's against the offense.
And that's what they call. 5-yard penalty will make it 3rd and 11. And that puts the Miners back in a difficult spot.
That's the second penalty of the quarter for Linton Miners, too.
3rd and 11. McCubbin saved there. He was clearly offsides, but he was drawn. Cox, he got an out-of-balance line, off the line, and we're going to have another penalty.
What could this be?
They can say it was illegal formation.
Oh, Providence gives it right back.
Pioneers line up offsides. That offensive left side of the line was back a little, and Providence drew off.
They're almost in the backfield.
Yeah, are they not too far off the line? Cox puts it up downfield, has a man wide open, and misses them.
Great play action call. Ball just a little overthrown. 43 tried to lay out for it, just a little over his head.
Incomplete pass. That'll bring up 4th down, and we'll see the first punt of the night for the Miners.
And that is the first incompletion for Linton Miners tonight as well. I expect to see that play again sometime tonight.
Caden Williams deep for the Pioneers. Punt team lines up. Nice snap. Not much of a rush to speak of. Punt's going to be nice as well. Going to be short, but we'll take a bounce. And then a little bit of a roll. Be down at the 27, 29-yard line, something like that.
Pretty decent punt.
It'll be 1st and 10. Pioneers take over.
Let's see what Providence can do this series. See if they can get some points on the board.
I smell them steak sandwiches over here. First quarter action. Minute 32 to go in the quarter.
Mike, I can't wait to get one of those ribeye sandwiches.
You may not want to wait too long. There's a pretty good crowd here tonight as senior night activities took place before the game, probably a little bit more at halftime. Dennis resetting the offense, checks the play clocks, got plenty of time, brings his receivers in. Dennis in the shotgun. Handoff to Williams. Tries to get to the right side, spins out of a tackle, comes back to the left. He's got nowhere to go. Now he breaks a tackle, gets to the edge. Caden Williams is all kinds of trouble. Looked like the Tasmanian Devil there for a moment.
Yes, he did. He didn't get a big game, but it was a very exciting run. He shows you how athletic and exciting he is.
He lost 5 yards on the carry, but he could have lost 15, and
That's right.
he was able to save some of that. Great defensive containment from the Miners as they stay in their lanes. They do what they're supposed to do, and that's why Williams had nowhere to go as he reversed field. So many times the far side backs will get sucked into the play.
Great job out of Linton Miners defense.
They didn't fall for it. Dennis to pass, puts it up. Ball's up. And incomplete.
Incomplete pass to number 23, Mr. Bryce Drury. Pretty good pass. You got to find a way to bring that pass in.
It hit him in the hands.
Yeah.
He should have made the catch.
Yeah. I'm sure he'll get another chance tonight.
Well, that one, sometimes the incompletions are on the quarterback. That really should be on the receiver, but unfortunately it shows up in the quarterback stats.
Yes, unfortunately.
Passes dropped, I guess, but at this level, we really don't keep track of that. Took a little time there on that play call, 3rd and 15. They're going to have to hustle as they get up to the line. They're down to 10 seconds. Coach Dennison, deliberate. He's got everybody stacked up here to the left side. Handoff. Caden Williams. No, it wasn't Williams.
Yeah, I couldn't really see that. Great job out of Linton Minor defense, though. I know that much.
Yeah, they read that. Yeah, it was Williams.
Yes.
Williams, just nowhere to go. And the 6 Providence fans here were not real happy with the call. To be honest, it's a long drive, and I didn't expect much of a fan caravan. But the folks that are here were not real happy with the call.
Not at all. Again, great job out of Linton Minor defense.
Kick, decent kick. Cox back to receive it. Hits the ground, gets a nice Providence roll down inside the 30. It'll be down at the 27-yard line, 1st and 10. So,
yes, it was.
Kicking game.
Great punt by the Providence kicker.
Yeah, Schaefer is doing his job. Providence could find some offense, they'd be in this ball game. 5 seconds to go in the first quarter. Linton-Stockton will most likely get one play in before we take a break. Hand off and through. Cox carries it out to the 40 before he's brought down. It'll be 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line when we start the second quarter. First quarter in the books. Linton-Stockton 7, Providence nothing. We'll take a quick break and be back right after this. Don't go, as they say, don't go anywhere.
Dr. Carter's office, Annette speaking. How may I help you?
From your very first call through your dental exam and recare appointments, the warm personal care from Dr. Todd Carter and his friendly staff at Carter Family Dentistry will put you at ease. Dr. Carter can take care of you and your family's dental needs, from gentle cleanings to complex procedures. Call Annette or Joyce today at 812-944-5155 and see why 5 generations of patients still return to Carter Family Dentistry, located on Mount Tabor Road in New Albany.
The Locker Room is proud to be a sponsor of Southern Indiana High School Sports, located in historic Jeff at 319 Spring Street. The Locker Room has been a business for over 40 years and was Southern Indiana's first screen printer. They specialize in wholesale screen printing, t-shirts, and have a full-time graphic artist on staff. No job is too big or small. The Locker Room invites you to team up with the best. For more information, call The Locker Room at 282-8600. That's 282
Cox with a pass as we return quickly here to the second quarter. They didn't wait for our break to finish. How rude was that?
Not at all.
Mike Beck, Antoine Wardlow here at Linton High School, Linton-Stockton High School, I should say, with the Linton Miners. Nice pitch and catch there. First down for the Miners across midfield, the 48-yard line or 47-yard line of the Pioneers.
Great play call. It's the way to move the chains.
Second quarter, 7-0 your score. Linton on top. Handoff.
Good job at Providence defense.
Carry brought out to the 44-yard line.
Looks like...
Is that 28?
28. Yeah, I can barely read that number on the jersey.
There's this new trend in jerseys, this gradient numbers, which can be difficult to read at a distance. Silver Creek, the worst defender of the year.
Actually, I think it's number 20, Mr. Chance Howard.
Second and down. Quick pitch out to Cash Howard. Breaks a tackle. McCubbin finally forces him out of bounds. And he's out at the 33-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10.
Good hard run on the sweep to the left. Looks like another first down. Again, Linton-Stockton doing what they do best, running the ball.
Miners with another first down. They're all reading their wrist. No, they're not checking the time. Cox with a keeper goes up the middle, immediately stopped by the Pioneer defensive line. Nowhere to go on that play. If he got a yard, that would be generous.
Yeah, it would be generous. Nowhere to go that time. Great job out of Providence defense.
I've been asked before, why do you run plays right up the middle when it's clear there's nowhere to go? Sometimes it's just to keep the defense honest. You got to keep knocking on that door.
Oh, definitely. And when you have a quarterback like Cox, I mean, he can break one at any given time.
Yeah, he could spin out of a tackle,
definitely.
Emerge from a pile. It happens all the time. Cox drops back, goes roll to his right, put up a pass, and well overthrown and out of bounds, incomplete.
Just a little too long.
Hey, as they say, he had a lot of mustard on that hot dog.
Yes.
Second quarter action, 10-19.
I like the fact that Mr. Cox passes the ball a lot, though. He's already thrown 5 passes with 3 completions. Excuse me, 8 passes total, 3 completions.
Notice Joe Dennis, who plays some defense for the Pioneers, on the sidelines right now, and he's just going through some reps, loosening up that arm. I think the Pioneers may be looking more of a passing game. Nice run. McCubbins wrestles the runner to the ground, and that is Howard again.
Great run. It looks like Linton-Stockton's trying to wear this defense down.
Chance Howard on the carry.
Another first down.
When your free safety's making a lot of the tackles, something's wrong.
Yeah, something's wrong.
McCubbins had to make the stop that time, but not after a big game. Ball down to the 16-yard line.
Providence is going to have to find a way to stop this running attack.
Cox reverses, gets through. I don't know how he threaded that needle, but he made it.
I'm telling you, this kid, number 4, Mr. Cox, is a very exciting player.
Took the snap, spun around completely, then went right up to the right side and right past a defender. Just didn't see the ball, I guess. And that's what this type of offense can do with you have this misdirection, this deception, a lot of decoys, a lot of movement, and you really have to concentrate if you're a defender. 6-yard gain of 2nd and 4. Cash Howard with the ball around the right side, looking to get the edge, and he's taken out of bounds.
Great defense by number 27, Mr. Caden Williams.
He can do it all, can't
yes,
he?
Yes, he can. Yes, he can. He's going to have a big game tonight for them to pull this win out.
Williams, just a junior. He's still got another year in the blue and white. He's been a starter since he's been a freshman. I remember seeing him first game 2 years ago and thinking, man, this kid's special. If he can get a couple of pieces around him, Providence could be scary.
Definitely a special athlete.
Cox takes it, goes straight ahead. Not a lot of room. He only needed a yard.
It's pretty close.
And the side judge says, yeah, move him up, move him up.
All right.
1st and goal, ball inside the 6, very close to the 5-yard line.
Providence has to find a way to stop this from getting into the end zone.
No, you're not seeing ghosts, folks, just because of the nature of the press box actually shooting through double pane glass window. And so that sometimes gives you that ghost effect on the screen. Not much we can do about it, but we are aware of it. Thanks for your concern. Good defensive stop that time from the Pioneers.
Yes, it was. Providence staying a little more disciplined right now on defense. The Linton Miners continuing to try to punish the defense with the run game.
2nd and goal, ball at about the 6-yard line. Pioneers, they desperately need to come up with a stop here. Touchdown, Miners.
Pretty easy. Looks like he got to the end zone, not even touched.
Chance Howard on the carry, took the direct snap, went to his right, and he was in the end zone. And again, that's the problem with this. A direct snap and bingo, you're off to the races.
It's very difficult to keep up with who has the ball.
Irish lines up for the extra point. Teams in their spots, set. Snap is good, hold is good. Kick is blocked. Pioneers get through.
Great job, great block.
That was number 58.
Craig Gretling.
Spencer Purcell for the Pioneers.
Oh.
You're looking at the wrong list, weren't you? Yeah, I've done that a time or two myself. Spencer Purcell bursts through the line, gets a hand up, and blocks the extra point. And that may be important later on. Kicking game so often is the difference in some of these contests. We'll find out if that is the case tonight, but that changes the score. Linton-Stockton 13, Pioneers 7, or nothing, sorry. Give them points. They're going, sure, okay, we'll take it.
Good job by number 58, Mr. Spencer Purcell, senior, 6'1", 245 old lineman. They could turn around, mess around and be a big play.
7:50 mark of the second quarter. Linton-Stockton has scored a touchdown at each quarter. Their first possession of the night, they marched it down the field, took it in for points.
Yes, they've already carried the ball 16 times. Also have 2 rushing TDs for Linton-Stockton.
Somebody needs to go over clip 48 with him because he did not step inside.
Irish lines up to kick.
It's going to be a big possession for Providence. You don't want the game to get too out of hand early.
Puts it on the ground, taken by the up back, and runs straight ahead and right into a defender.
Yes, great tackle. Number 44, Mr. Braden Irish, also a senior, 5'10", 195.
That was Jonah Scott on the return. Got it out to the 32-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Pioneers. Scott, one of the upbacks. Kick wasn't real deep and therefore gave him a chance to scoop it up and take off.
Very big series for Providence.
Unbalanced line, power eye.
Dennis under center. Defense thought about jumping. Williams, near side, gets to the edge, goes out of bounds.
Good run by number 27, Mr. Caden Williams.
Got 10 yards. He'll move the chains. It'll be 1st and 10. Ball out the 43-yard line.
I expect to see a dose of Mr. Williams tonight. Very exciting running back for Providence.
Hayden Burke in at quarterback now for the Pioneers. Unbalanced line to the left. Burke under center. Counter. Ball comes back to this side.
Looks like number 21, Mr. Kevin Smith on the carry. Good job by the Linton minor defense.
Smith picks up a yard, 2nd down and 9. Burke goes in.
Again, both teams running a similar offense.
Joe Dennis on the sideline.
Nothing too fancy, just run the ball, trying to control the clock, move the chains.
Pioneers come up to the line. Unbalanced to the near side. Burke runs the option to the left. Caden Williams make the first man miss. Can he get to the corner? He does. Dives forward across the 45 out to the 48-yard line. It'll bring up 3rd and about 5.
Yes, Hayden Burke on the option to the left. Good play call. I see Mr. Dennis is not in at this point. Keep an eye on that, make sure he's okay.
Coach Dennison's done this throughout the season, giving some reps to Burke. Not sure if it's just a change of pace. Definitely a different running offense here. Unbalanced offense. Quick pitch to Williams. Turns it up across midfield. He's going to be short of the first down. Maybe a yard and a half out to the 48-yard line of the Miners. It'll bring up 4th and 1. Big call here. Coach Dennison going to run out, quickly give the play directly to Burke. Burke runs back in. And we'll see what the Pioneers come up with. This is a big play. If they get stopped here, talk about a morale killer.
Oh, yes. Big 4th down for Providence offense. I expect a dose of Mr. Williams here.
Burke. Quick pass. Williams gets to the edge. He's off to the races. And there he goes. He's not going to be caught.
There he goes.
Caden Williams found the edge.
Yes, he did.
And then he found the end zone. Providence on the scoreboard here. No flags on the field. And the Pioneers finally break through. A 48-yard run by Caden Williams.
Good run by Mr. Williams. Good play call by the coaches. Showing confidence in your star running back. It's only a matter of time before he breaks one.
Well, the Miners sold out on that dive.
Yes,
they all
did.
thought he was going to turn it up because they only needed one. He needed one. He got 48.
That's right. Good job by the Providence offense.
Extra point attempt in. Snap. Fake. It's a pitch. And it's not going to work.
Not at all.
Good defensive play by the Miners special teams as they shut that down. Quick pitch out to Preston Taylor, and he just couldn't get to the corner quick enough.
Nowhere to go. Great job by the Linton Miner defense.
So with the 5:10 mark of the second quarter, score now Linton-Stockton 13, Providence 6.
It's a very big touchdown for Providence. Now let's see what defense can do. Smell fireworks, Mike.
Well, it wasn't me. That's all I can tell you. I do smell it, though.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that isn't the steak, though.
Oh, wow.
Maybe the Providence Filers, they brought their own fireworks.
That's right.
You're not going to provide it. We'll bring our own. Providence to kick off.
That's exactly what we expected so far. A very good football game.
I don't know why Coach Dennis didn't go for the extra point there to make it a 6-point game. Then the 2-point conversion comes a little more important later on. You miss it here, now you're playing from behind again.
Yes, every call matters in a game like this.
Interesting call, but he's been doing this a lot longer than I have, so just an observation.
Like I tell you all the time, Mike, it's the reason why we're up here, and he's down there.
Well, I just say what people at home say, right?
That's right.
People go, why'd he do that? Well, I'll tell you, I have no idea.
We'll see if it was the right decision when the game's over.
Brandon Schaefer lines up to kick off ball, spotted at the 40. Pioneers' first kickoff of the night. Schaefer approaches. I'm sorry, it was the second kickoff of the night. Pioneers kicked off to start the game. Dyer with the return, and he goes down. Flag comes in late. We'll see what the call is.
It's going to be interesting. Normally was there is some sort of,
could be a block in the back.
Yes.
Could be hands to the face mask. Could be a horse collar. We just couldn't see from our vantage point. And we need an indication.
Still waiting. It's on Linton.
Holding against the Miners, and that'll move it back 10. So, spot of the foul, plus 10 yards. Puts the ball back the 21-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Miners.
See how the Miners respond.
Far side of the field. Cox takes the snap, keeps it himself, looks for a seam, doesn't find one, and he goes down. Pioneers shut the door.
Great job out of Providence defense. Seems like the defense is loosening up, getting used to the pace of the game.
Picked up a couple of yards, hard yards, 2nd and 8. Pioneers trying to find a solution to this offense. Cox, quick pass out to the left side. And defense swarms and makes a stop right at the 25-yard line. It'll bring up a 3rd down situation. 3rd and about 5.
Yes, great catch by number 43, Mr. Cash Howard.
I make that 3rd and 4, sorry.
It's a very big 3rd down for the Miners. Again, nothing too fancy. Simple pass out to the left, just not too nowhere to go.
Pioneers looking for an opportunity to get some momentum back. They've been trailing the whole game. Trail at 13-6 now.
This is big.
Big stop here, and they get the ball back in some decent field position. Cox rolls out, goes to his left, and he's got the 1st down, and he goes out of bounds. Out near the 35-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10, Miners.
Again, Mr. Cox did that spin, that little spin before he took off running. I think it's confusing everybody. It's a good job.
I know that this is before both of our time, but that reminded me a little Tony Dorsett there, if you know what I'm talking about.
Very good football player, Mr. Tony Dorsett. And I am a Cowboy fan, if I may add.
Well, I knew that. Cox rolls to his right, stop and go. Now he decides to stop and go, puts it on the ground. He's going to run. He's got room.
Oh, good move.
And he jumps over a defender.
I tell you, this number 4, Mr. Cox, is very, very exciting runner.
But he's hurt, and he is injured, but he's going to try to play through.
He may just need a player to shake it off.
He may. He went down awkwardly on that left shoulder, hurdled the attempted tackle of Jonah Scott, but in the process went down and did not feel good.
He runs hard.
Lance Dyer going to take over the duties at quarterback position as Cox goes out. And a timeout taken by Dyer as the play clock was down to 0. Dyer heads up, saw that, quickly called a timeout, and they're going to talk about it. Well, they'll take a timeout. We'll do it as well. Why not, as they say. Let me try to say something for me. Phil for me, would you? I've got to figure out where I'm at.
Timeout by the Linton Miners.
Sorry.
No,
that's not fair. Hey, folks, you have no idea what's going on up here. Here's a timeout. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back.
The Locker Room is proud to be a sponsor of Southern Indiana High School Sports, located in historic Jeff at 319 Spring Street. The Locker Room has been a business for over 40 years and was Southern Indiana's first screen printer. They specialize in wholesale screen printing, T-shirts, and have a full-time graphic artist on staff. No job is too big or small. The Locker Room invites you to team up with the best. For more information, call The Locker Room at 282-8600. That's 282-8600.
Welcome back here. Mike Beck, Antoine Wardlow, and we're glad to be here at Linton, Indiana. Beautiful football night and beautiful football. Dyer, direct snap, kept it himself, got through the first wave of tackles. McCubbin going to wrestle him down inside the 20 at about the 17, 18-yard line.
Good run by number 5, Mr. Dyer.
Interchangeable pieces for this offense.
Same play, different player.
And pretty much the same result. Big run.
They're kind of built the same, too.
Dyer chewing up yards on the ground, just as his predecessor, Mr. Cox, who's gone out with a left shoulder injury. We hope it's not serious. Perhaps he'll be back. I know a lot of teams at this point are going to save their best player for the postseason.
As well they should. Carried by number 43, Mr. Cash Howard. Gain of a couple. Simple run to the right side. Nothing too fancy.
That gave him 3 yards. 2nd down and 7. Ball inside the 20, marked at the 15-yard line. Dyer lines up in the shotgun. Keeps it himself. He's in trouble. Now he breaks free. Stays on his feet. Pioneer tackling just, well, not a pretty thing this drive.
Well, it wasn't a big game, but I like the fact he kept his legs humping. It's hard to bring him down.
Picked up a couple more to be 3rd down and about 5. Minute 58 to go in the second quarter.
Good job out of Providence defense.
Dyer in the shotgun, single back behind him, man in motion. And that's Cox.
Wow. Yeah. Very slow developing play. Carried by number 4, Mr. Cox.
Well, didn't know if we'd see him again. Didn't think it would be that soon, but there he was.
Good job out of Providence defense. Good 4th down.
And a timeout taken by the Miners as they want to talk it over. Well, they take a quick break. We'll take one as well, you know. That's the way it rolls here. We'll be right back right after this. Stay with us.
Glycod.com is the premier online source for the most in-depth coverage of high school sports. From the best in play-by-play events to real-time score updates and a gallery of the area's top performers, Glycod.com is a must-click for more on your favorite team. Browse and watch video, audio, live, and archived. That's Glycod.com. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter, too, at Glycod.
Welcome back. Here is halftime almost upon us. About 1:30 to go before the break. Linton-Stockton up 13-6 over the Pioneers of Providence. And a big fourth down play here. Fourth and 5.
Big fourth down.
Providence needs to come up with a stop here.
I expect to see Cox here. There he goes. Pass.
Cox, he's got room. Rolls it back and gets
touchdown.
They say he didn't get in.
Yes, he did. Number 4, Mr. Keaton Cox. Very, very good run. Going to the right side. I tell you, I didn't even know he was back in the game.
Well, I think the defense knows he's back in the game now.
Oh, definitely. And we do too now.
Keaton Cox carries it in from, is it about the 8-yard line?
Yes. Gain about 7 or 8.
Went to the right and then saw the defense pursuit and cut against the grain, kind of in a sideways angle, and just threaded the needle once again. Extra point attempt by Irish is no good.
Wow.
And that will change the score to 19-6.
All right, let's see what Providence can do going into half. Got 1:22 left. Very big series for Providence coming up.
Providence can fight their way back if they can take the ball down 1.5 minutes and punch it in, get some points, go into the locker room. They'll get the ball to start the second half. So what they do in this next 90 seconds will either give them a lot of confidence going into the break or perhaps make them a little deflated. We will just have to see. Anything can happen.
That's right. You get some points here, going into half, come out of half, get the ball back, good chance to get back in the game.
They'd love to see it get in the hands of number 27, Caden Williams. If they can make that happen, they'd be really, really, really pleased with it, but they don't really make that determination. Irish to kick off for the Miners. He lines up, approaches the ball, and a squib kick.
Squib kick.
Going to be taken by an up back and immediately down on the ground.
Number 21, Mr. Kevin Smith. On the return, good job just getting on the ball.
Kevin Smith wisely decides to drop on it. That means the clock doesn't even start. Dead ball. And it'll be a 1st and 10 Pioneer ball at the 30-yard line.
Ward is out there, and you got 15 in the game. Is that what he wants?
Kind of interested to see what Providence is going to do here on offense. Are they going to be aggressive, try to get some points, or kind of just eat the clock and go into half?
What are you doing? You got Ward out here. Is Ward a quarterback or is he outside?
Hayden Burke back in at quarterback. Second series in a row for the Pioneers. Under center. Unbalanced to the near side. Quick pitch to Williams. Looks for a seam. Good defensive stop there. That's exactly how you do it as a defensive end.
Exactly. Absolutely nowhere to go for Mr. Williams. I'm sure they're aware of how talented number 27 is. They got their eye on him.
I want to know who that defensive end was. That was a great job.
Yes, it was.
Held up the blocker, read the blocker, shed the blocker, then went in and made the tackle. That was textbook.
Absolutely a monster over on that end.
Timeout taken by the Pioneers. They're trying to get something going here with about 1:10 left to go in the half. They trail 19-6. And Linton-Stockton not going to give up much. They just gave up 2 yards on that carry. We'll stay with them as I just don't want to go through the trouble of going to a timeout here. I'm just not going to lie.
As soon as you go, they're going to say, hey.
That's right. They do not follow my clock. So if I can't get to it quick, it ain't going to happen.
Well, seriously, this is a very, very big series for Providence. They still have time to put points on the board.
We will get you updated at halftime. Just remind you that we have scores coming in from games throughout the area. Steve Bird, our producer, giving us that information, and we appreciate his work. So we will let you know what we find out here at halftime, including some big ball games. Floyd Central at New Albany, North Harrison at Clarksville, Silver Creek at Corden, Charleston at Eastern Pekin. Some games, the scores we'll be telling you about here in just a few moments. Right now, at this one, 19-6. Straight up the middle. Smith gets it to the 36-yard line. It'll be 3rd and about 4.
Yes, it was. Good simple run up the middle. Not anywhere to go.
Joe Dennis checks back in at quarterback. You're liable to see a pass, but then again, they may want you to think that. Coach Dennison not above a little trickeration, as they say. Trips to the far side. Dennis in the shotgun. Going to go on the streak on the left side, right side, and incomplete, and a pass interference play.
Looks like it's going to be a pass interference. I figured they was going to go back to that play. Last time, number 23 had a step on the DB.
Bryce Drury had a step on the defensive back who reached out and made a kind of a grab at him, and that was Gavin House flagged for pass interference.
If they can get the time together on that play, that's the play that could work for them in this game.
And the ball will be moved out and spotted to the 49-yard line of the Miners just across midfield. 15-yard penalty in high school, not a spot of the foul penalty here at this level. So people wondering, why isn't it down there? Well, it's not how it works. 15-yard penalty. Miner fans probably not real happy with that call. There was some body checking, some hand checking, and it was enough to warrant a flag, at least in the eyes of the referee. 31 seconds to go in the half.
Chip's right.
Schmidt signals his quarterback, I think I got this. Joe Dennis rolls to his right, and he's eaten up. Chance Howard makes a big stop.
The Miner defense.
Lost of 11 yards on the play back to the 40-yard line. But we have a flag on the play. We'll see what it is.
Play starting to get a little sloppy going in to halftime.
A real offensive breakdown there as far as the blocking scheme for the Pioneers. And the penalty is going to be against Providence decline because they'd much rather take the 11-yard loss than the 5-yard penalty. And I don't think I can blame them for that.
No, not at all. Not at all. See what this play call is going to be here.
Clock is running again, down to 20 seconds to go in the half. Pioneers mosey up to the line. Mr. Dennis in the shotgun, trips to the near side. One man on the left side. Dennis, he's telegraphing what he's doing. An incomplete pass.
It's a dropped interception. Is that Cox over there on the coverage?
That was Cox on the coverage defensively, and he broke up the pass, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 21.
Good job out of Miner defense. Again, they're going to Providence is going to number 23, Mr. Bryce Drury.
This will be the last play of the half. 2 seconds on the clock. Dennis. Somebody needs to tell Dennis to not look at the receiver before he calls the snap, because he's giving it away. And now we've got a whistle timeout taken by the Pioneers.
Wow, that's a lot going on the field tonight, Mike.
Coach Dennison not happy, and he wants to talk it over, see if he can figure this out. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back right after this. You're watching high school football coverage on glycod.com. Stay with us.
Glycod.com is the premier online source for the most in-depth coverage of high school sports. From the best in play-by-play events to real-time score updates and a gallery of the area's top performers, Glycod.com is a must-click for more on your favorite team. Browse and watch video, audio, live, and archived. That's Glycod.com. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter, too, at Glycod.
2 seconds until halftime. Mike Beck, Antoine Wardlow, and we're glad to be here at Linton, Indiana for the Linton-Stockton Miners and the Providence Pioneers clashing here, both teams in 2A. Miners move up because they're the defending state 1A champs.
Looking to see a deep pass here to number 86, Smith.
Man in motion, Caden Williams comes across the field. Dennis puts it up. It's a short pass, and the receiver goes back to get it. It's complete, but it's pointless because that's the end half. And at halftime, it is Linton-Stockton 19, Providence 6. We'll take a break, and we'll be right back with our halftime coverage right after this on GlyCod.com. Stay with us.
Hi, this is Sheriff Jamie Knoll of the Clark County Sheriff's Office reminding you to please buckle up, wear your seatbelts, and refrain from texting while you're behind the wheel. Your safety is our priority. Enjoy the game.
The W.M. Kelly Company, complete metal manufacturing located in New Albany. They are always looking for experienced welders and machine operators. If you're interested in becoming part of their team, contact W.M. Kelly's Human Resources Office at 812-945-3529 or send an email to info@wmkelly.com. W.M. Kelly, designing, building, innovating.
Westminster Village, Kentuckiana, a senior living community located in the heart of Clarksville, has been serving residents and the community for over 3 decades. Even if your needs change, your home doesn't have to. Independent apartments, assisted living, rehab programs, and skilled nursing. Call 812-282-9691 to schedule a tour and to find out more. Find Westminster Village, Kentuckiana on Facebook and online.
Whether your car needs a routine fix or an important repair, you'll want to take it to Vonyers, family owned in Jeffersonville since 1981, with old-fashioned values including honesty and integrity. Vonyers is dedicated to giving your car the best possible service in the industry. That's why service is our product at Vonyers, located at 1903 Dutch Lane in Jeffersonville. Call 812-283-6215. That's 812-283-6215. Online at Vonyers.com. Kentuckiana Insurance Center in Sellersburg protects what you love and provides security when you need it most. They're a full-service independent insurance agency with a hometown attitude dedicated to providing superior service and the best coverage possible. A Pacesetter agency for 28 years, Kentuckiana Insurance Center was awarded Motorist Coveted Pacesetter designation, the top recognition the company awards agents. Choose a Motorist Pacesetter agent to get the protection and security you need. Motorist Insurance, you know us. Call Earl of Bonneville or Larry Shepard at 812-246-4700.
The best things in life are free, and that includes free checking from Centro. When we say free, we mean it. This seriously free checking has all the online and mobile banking features you want. Plus, no minimum balance, no monthly maintenance fees, and no required transactions. Get seriously free checking and bank with a seriously local business. Check it out at Centro.org. Centro Credit Union, centered around you. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Opportunity.
I got a few.
Tonight's halftime report is brought to you by Centra Credit Union, centered around you. Find out about online banking and other services by visiting Centra.org.
Welcome to halftime of the score. Linton-Stockton 19, Providence 6. Mike Beck, Antoine Wardlow, and we're glad to be here at our favorite place in the world because they just gave us free steak sandwiches, and I want to come back here every game.
Oh, my gosh, it's so good, Mike.
I cannot tell you how hungry I was. I was about to steal the popcorn from the guy sitting next to me, man.
Oh, wow.
It wasn't good. So, but we are here, and it's a good football game tonight, especially if you're a Miner fan. They're in control early, 19-6. But what do you got for us as far as stats tonight?
Well, I tell you, Linton-Stockton is really dominating on the ground. They've got 23 rushes for 152 yards and also 3 rushing touchdowns. 3 for 8 in the passing game for 25 yards. So it's definitely lopsided. So I expect to see them maybe throw a couple more passes, or better yet, the run game's been working. They may just stick with it. Providence, I've got 9 rushes for 78 yards, 1 rushing touchdown, 2 for 7 passing for 7 yards. So they have to pick it up on the offensive end, and they have to find a way to stop this Linton Miner running game.
Keaton Cox, really one of the biggest weapons in the backfield for the Miners, had a little bit of a shoulder injury there late in the second quarter. Came back in the game and ended up scoring a touchdown. So whatever pain he was feeling quickly goes away when he crosses the goal line. Miners, not just Mr. Cox, but he's also helped out by Mr. Dyer as well. Number 5, Lance Dyer, has been a weapon. He stepped in at the quarterback position, and they lost nothing in that exchange.
Nothing at all, and that's a blessing to be able to have someone you can depend on to come off the bench when your starting quarterback has an injury where he needs to go out for a second.
Pioneers trying to get Caden Williams more involved in the offense. He has a touchdown tonight. Nice breakaway run, 48 yards, a scamper. But really not a lot to speak of as far as offensive ground game from the Pioneers. And the passing game, well, it's really been kind of an obvious passing game, knowing that they're in a passing situation, and their targets are pretty well signaled even before the play begins, so they've got to figure that out. We'll go ahead and take a break, come back, and we'll look at some of the scores of other games. We'll do that when we return right here on GlyCod.com. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
The best things in life are free, and that includes free checking from Centro. When we say free, we mean it. This seriously free checking has all the online and mobile banking features you want. Plus, no minimum balance, no monthly maintenance fees, and no required transactions. Get seriously free checking and bank with a seriously local business. Check it out at Centro.org. Centro Credit Union, centered around you. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Opportunity.
Mayhem is everywhere.
I'm an extremely average golfer. I take my first full swing of the day and hit a perfect duck hook over the frontage road and right through your windshield. You yank the wheel and end up OB in a water hazard. And if you have cut rate insurance, you could be out a whole lot of green. So get Allstate.
And Floyd Knobs, call Allstate agent Packy Page today.
My dealer smells like roses and cinnamon gum.
When I was born, my dealer brought a teddy bear to the hospital.
My dealer pays for my college tuition.
She makes the best chocolate chip cookies. Plus, she comes to all of my basketball games.
Now he calls me princess, which I don't really like, but he's cool.
Sometimes she even does my laundry.
Don't turn someone who loves you into your dealer. If your name isn't on the label, the pills aren't yours.
Locally owned and operated, Hoosier Termite and Pest Control is proud to be a supporter of Kentuckiana High School sports. In business since 1941, Hoosier Termite and Pest Control offers free estimates on bed bugs, termites, and all other pests. They specialize in residential and commercial properties and would love the chance to work with you. For more information, contact them at 866-445-0605. That's 866-445-0605. Hoosier Termite and Pest Control, home of the quality technicians with a personal touch.
Welcome back here. Halftime. Providence trails the Linton-Stockton Miners 19-6. Mike Beck and Antoine Wardlow here in Linton, Indiana for a perfect football night. A great way. I can't believe this is the end of the regular season football in Indiana. It just seems like we started this just a few weeks ago, and here we are as the regular season winds down. But don't worry, more football to come as we start playoff coverage. We'll cross back over the river next week. We'll talk about that game coming up. We'll be in Kentucky for a regular season match, and then playoffs get underway on both sides of the river shortly after that. So a lot of football. We'll be covering games well into November, and we hope that you'll stay tuned as we continue that. Let's give you some updated scores of other contests, and we'll look at the scoreboard update brought to you by Allstate's Brian Wright in Jeffersonville. Allstate agent Brian Wright. His office is right across from Jeffersonville High School. If you need help with car, home, life, health, any kind of insurance need, Brian Wright is the man you need to see in Jeffersonville. Update from Clarksville tonight. Their winless season looks like it may continue. 0-8 so far, and they're setting up an 0-9 run. They trail North Harrison 21-0 at the end of one. Floyd Central leads New Albany with 3:15 to go in the first quarter, 14-7. At Corydon tonight, Silver Creek getting back on the winning track. They're up 13-0 with 2:47 to go in the first. Charlestown on the road tonight at Eastern Pekin, and they lead that contest 6-0 in the first quarter. That is the update from the scoreboard. As we hear those or any other scores, we'll let you know. We'll take another break and be back with more information right after this on GlyCod.com. Like we say, stay with us. There's more yet to come.
Your You're busy, always on the go, and when you need your car repaired, you need it done right. At Call's Body Shop and Auto Service, you can now make an estimate appointment to better serve you. Just call 949-5245 and schedule a time that fits your schedule. They're open Monday through Friday 8 to 5 and are family owned and operated. They've been serving your family since 1954. At 2801 Mount Tabor Road in New Albany. Call Call's Collision Repair at 949-5245. For mechanical repair, it's 948-2778. That's Call's Body Shop and Auto Service. Can we fix it? Yes, we can.
Locally owned and operated, Hoosier Termite and Pest Control is proud to be a supporter of Kentuckiana High School sports. In business since 1941, Hoosier Termite and Pest Control offers free estimates on bed bugs, termites, and all other pests. They specialize in residential and commercial properties and would love the chance to work with you. For more information, contact them at 866-445-0605. That's 866-445-0605. Hoosier Termite and Pest Control, home of the quality technicians with a personal touch.
Whether your car needs a routine fix or an important repair, you'll want to take it to Vonyers, family owned in Jeffersonville since 1981, with old-fashioned values including honesty and integrity. Vonyers is dedicated to giving your car the best possible service in the industry. That's why service is our product at Vonyers, located at 1903 Dutch Lane in Jeffersonville. Call 812-283-6215. That's 812-283-6215. Online at Vonyers.com.
Mayhem is everywhere.
I'm an extremely average golfer. I take my first full swing of the day and hit a perfect duck hook over the frontage road and right through your windshield. You yank the wheel and end up OB in a water hazard. And if you have cut rate insurance, you could be out a whole lot of green. So get Allstate.
In Jeffersonville, call Allstate agent Brian Wright today.
Hi, this is Sheriff Jamie Knoll of the Clark County Sheriff's Office reminding you to please buckle up, wear your seatbelts, and refrain from texting while you're behind the wheel. Your safety is our priority. Enjoy the game.
It is senior night here at Linton-Stockton High School, I should say, Linton, Indiana, as the Linton Miners lead the Providence Pioneers 19-6 at half. Mike Beck, Antoine Wardlow, glad to be here on the road tonight, but beautiful night for football and enjoying the steak sandwiches and the hospitality of a wonderful place to come and visit. First time here, and I'd say this is it was a trip. I won't lie, but boy, it's worth the wait, especially that steak sandwich again.
Oh yeah, definitely worth it. Everyone's been nice to us. The ride was kind of long, but hey, Mike, at least we rode together.
That's true. We had one of those sessions that when we just talk about whatever came to mind.
That's right.
It was a good ride. So, and we'll get to do it again on the way home.
That's
but
right.
Before then, let's talk about some keys to the game tonight, some adjustments rather. We already talked about keys. Let's talk about some of the adjustments. As you go in locker room, this is the time, especially on senior night, you get a little extra time to go over some things. Providence probably has the most adjusting to do. Where do they start?
Yeah, Providence has a large hill to climb. Like I said, the first half they had 78 yards rushing, only 7 yards passing. So I would definitely like to see them improve on the passing. Williams is a great running back, so you can stick with the run, but they have to find a way to stop this Linton-Stockton running game. I mean, they've given up 152 yards in only 2 quarters, so it's going to be hard to win doing that. So I would say defense is very important this half for Providence.
Providence got to find a way to I don't know if, one of these things is, do you put a man just directly on the quarterback? How do you do that? There's so many different philosophies on that. Do you stay in your zone? Do you play more of a zone-type defense? Or do you simply just, shadow the guy?
That's where the coaches come into play. I mean, you have to make sure your players know their responsibilities, and whatever their responsibilities are, they must do it, or else it's just going to be a long second half.
Could be a long second half. Great news for Providence. They will get the second half kickoff to start. They'll start on the offensive side of the ball. And if they push it down and they can get a touchdown and maybe even a 2-point conversion, now you got a ball game again. They're not out of this by any stretch of the imagination. The Pioneers tended to be a second half team this season, and we'll credit that a lot to Coach Dennison and his adjustments at halftime. Miners, there's no coach that's ever happy at halftime. I don't care if you're at Nick Saban at Alabama and you're up by 4 touchdowns. There's something he's barking about. What do you think they need to be working on there?
Well, I'm thinking there was a few unnecessary penalties. So they definitely can work on discipline and execution. But as far as I see it, they need to keep doing what they did the first half. Run the ball, maybe do a little better on completion percentages. But other than that, Linton-Stockton's playing a pretty good first half. They played a pretty good first half so far. So I would just, add to what they did the first half, cut down on the penalties, and keep running the football.
One of the things I was surprised was how efficient their passing game was. They're not a big throwing team, but they've been able to use the pass effectively when they need it, and it's been able to produce some positive results a couple of times and some big plays.
Yes, definitely. 3 for 8 in the first half. I suspect to see maybe a few more passes this half. They've already set up for it. So we'll see.
Pioneers come back on the field. The Miners out as well, and the band plays on. The band plays their final home game tonight in the regular season. Senior night here at Linton-Stockton High School in Linton, Indiana. Pioneers coming back out. I used to be able to try, or at least took the effort to try to figure out, the body language, the attitude of the players as they come out. I've learned you can't read anything into that.
It's hard with kids this age. But one thing we do know, both teams are coming off a loss. Playoffs are coming up. The first half has been dominated by Linton. So both teams should be hungry this half.
Yeah, it's a big game. Providence will either have a 5-4 record going into the playoffs or a 4-5, and you don't think that makes a big difference psychologically. You just don't know kids these days. Mm-hmm. And Providence should be ready for this game tonight. They've had a long season, had some chances, and then had some real tests early on.
They've definitely had a tough schedule, which should prepare them for a game like this. And again, this game's not over.
What I'd like to see is Joe Dennis get some opportunities to pass where he's not running for his life. He's more effective when he's got a little bit of time to set and throw. He just hasn't had the opportunities. We'll find out tonight if the second half gives him a better shot at that.
Yes, expect to see a better half from Mr. Dennis, and also the backup quarterbacks getting time as well.
The Miners out there stretching. The Pioneers doing it as well. Quick look at the clock says we've got about 2 minutes, you and I, to fill before we're back to action here as senior night halftime comes to slowly to a close.
Real good first half. Again, the senior night, very exciting. Fans showed up. Food is good.
Can we say that again? The food is great.
The food was good.
Nice crowd here tonight. You never know. A lot of schools are in their fall breaks, and that means that sometimes families are taking vacations or are out of town. So you never know what kind of attendance you get in those fall break football games. I'm not a big fan of this split schedule, as apparently that's the rule these days, because I think it has negative impacts on areas that people don't think about. One of them is athletic contests that go on for the 2 weeks where kids are out of school, but you don't get the fan support sometimes. But a great crowd tonight. All that to say, they've shown up tonight.
That's right. Showing support for the seniors and also their team and coaches.
And believe it or not, there's a good smattering of Providence fans out here tonight, too. Wasn't sure how many would make the drive, but they're here to support their players, and most of them, I imagine, are parents tonight.
Well, I'm sure everyone was excited for this game tonight.
Well, it's not often you get to play a defending state champ in any sport in high school, regardless. So the Pioneers getting to see a well-built, well-coached team that executes well as any we've seen.
And Providence has definitely took a punch. They're still hanging in there, so.
And we will see. Coach Dennison giving some final instructions to his kickoff return team as they'll head out on the field, and should be underway here in just a moment or two. And if we get any updated scores, I'll try to pass those along to you as the evening goes on. Now, we do have some updated scores thanks to Steve Bird. And at halftime, North Harrison leads Clarksville 42-0. Jennings County is leading Jeffersonville early in the second quarter, 14-0. That's a bit of a surprise. Floyd Central has doubled up New Albany, 28-14 at the half. Silver Creek has shut out Corydon 37-0. That game, I believe, at the half. Yes. And Charlestown 6, Eastern Pekin 0 at the half. So Charlestown having a kind of a down year, but they're still at least on the winning side of this one tonight. That New Albany Floyd Central game is interesting because both teams take a week off next week. They get a bye first week of the playoffs, And then they're right back in New Albany where Floyd Central takes on New Albany again.
Oh, wow.
And the second round of the playoffs.
This should be a good playoffs this year.
Kickoff is a squib kick and fallen on by a Pioneer right there at the 35-yard line. No return.
Number 50, Mr. Jack Wagner on the return.
Every time I hear the boy's name, I keep wanting to say all I need. I'm not going to do it, though. I'm not going to do it. You're laughing, man. That's that funny. You haven't heard me sing. I could do a good job. You don't know.
I believe you, Mike. I believe you.
Okay, not that good. 1st and 10, Pioneer ball. Joe Dennis under center. Unbalanced left line. Quick pitch to Caden Williams. Looks for a lane. Yeah. And he comes out of the pile going the other way because he didn't want to go down.
Great job out of Manor defense. Nowhere to go.
Picked up 3 yards on the carry. Ball started at the 36. It goes out to the 39. 2nd and 7.
I would expect Providence to open the playbook up a little more this half if they're really trying to get out here with a win.
Here we go. Second quarter action. The third quarter, rather. Smith with the ball. Fumble. Ball goes down. And they say it was down. And Smith, no, that's not Smith.
It looked like 58 slow getting up.
Yeah, he's going to stay in the ball game.
Spencer Purcell, senior.
Purcell's going to come out now.
That carry was by number 21, Kevin Smith, junior, 190-pound running back. Pretty decent game.
3rd and about 5. Ball at the 41-yard line. Twins, both sides. Dennis rolls to his left. Puts a pass up, and it's into the ground, incomplete. Intended for Caden Williams, but the ball was underthrown. I just think if Dennis could get his feet planted, he might make a decent throw, but
yes,
he's running for his life.
Exactly. And he appears to be a better passer when he gets his feet set, like what you said, Mike. And he is running for his life out there right now.
4th and 5, ball at the 41, and Brandon Schaefer in to kick. Good snap. Decent rush. Kick is up. Hits and bounces. It's going to go down inside the 25, and it'll be stopped by a Pioneer at the 23-yard line.
Pretty good punt. It was a four and out by Providence. Let's see what Linton has in the playbook.
That is not the way you wanted to start the second half.
Not at all. They pretty much have to get a stop here, too.
First and 10. Cox spins to his right. Kept it. And he got a nice run out of it. It'll be close to another first down. Picked up about 8.
The Providence defense is having a hard time stopping this run game from Linton. And eventually it's going to worm down moving into the fourth quarter. Gain of 7. Good run by number 4, Mr. Cox.
Cox, he spun out of there and just took off. This time a handoff.
Our wing would have blocked somebody.
And
our wing would have blocked somebody.
Looks like carry by number, could it be number 20?
Chance Howard on the carry.
Yeah, Chance Howard, senior. 180-pound fullback and linebacker. Good carry.
Moves the chains, picks up the first down, ball out across the 35 to the 37-yard line. 1st and 10 Miners.
Again, Miners running the football with ease.
Second half, same story as the first for the Miners. Chewing up some yards on the offensive side of the ball. Cox in the shotgun, hands off to the man coming around the back. And finally brought down, but picked up about 4 or 5 yards on the carry.
It's a good game. Looks like number 43, Mr. Cash Howard, sophomore.
And one of those Howard brothers. Wasn't that the Three Stooges?
Yep.
Mo, Larry, and Curly?
I think so, Mike.
Was it Cash? Cash, Chance, and now they're far from Stooges. They're playing quite the ball game.
Yes,
tonight.
they are. Yes, they are. Very impressed.
4-yard gain, 2nd and 6. Shotgun. Spin, moves back to his right, finds a little room, and gets another 5-6 yards. He's going to be close to a first down. They're going to mark him down at the 45, so he got about 1.5 yards to go.
Maybe just a little bit short. Again, the Providence defense, they don't have anything for this running game from the Miners.
The play started to the left. Cox spun and then just went back to his right. And I'm surprised that the defense was not there. He was able to pick up yards pretty easily.
Well, he's a hard runner, and Providence is definitely having a hard time with him.
3rd and about 2. Handoff. Howard breaks free, keeps fighting, and out across midfield to the 45.
Looks like the Providence defense is starting to wear down early in the second half.
And mark it at the 44-yard line. 1st and 10. Another nice run by Howard.
Yes, it was. 5 carries already in this third quarter.
You've got a lot of players offensively that are getting involved in the ball game for the Miners. Cox, Dyer, Howard, so many. Howard in motion, takes the ball. Cash Howard with the carry, and not much there that time. Play a little slow to develop and look like missed opportunity.
Yes, but again, it's putting pressure on the defense to stay home, stay disciplined, setting up for the pass.
2nd down and 9. We're in the third quarter. 7:19 to go. 19-6 is the score. Linton-Stockton on top, and right now they're in control. Cox rolls to his left, being chased and brought down from behind. There's going to be a sack.
Is that the backup quarterback on the tackle?
That is Hayden Burke getting in on the action. He chased him down from behind, and a pretty big loss there, about 5-6 yards. It's going to bring up 3rd and 13.
Great job by the Providence defense. They kept Cox in the backfield, didn't let him get loose.
Cox was, I don't think he felt that pressure coming up from behind him, and that Burke just seemingly went through a sieve there. He went right past some potential blockers. Nobody took him on. And
Providence defense is going to need more plays like that.
Cox goes to his right this time, looking to throw, puts it up, has a receiver open. Dyer with the reception, and goes down inbounds inside the 40 to the 36-yard line.
Great pass by Cox. Again, the run game sets up for the pass. Had a couple wide open receivers.
Dyer goes up, he's wide open. It's an easy pitch and catch.
Yes, it was.
A little bit of a limp maybe on Mr. Dyer as he comes back out here in the wing, in the slot.
He took a hard hit, but these kids from the Miners are tough.
Hand off. Left side, ball to the power, and it's nowhere to go.
Nowhere to go there.
Providence defense responds that time. One thing we talked about at the outset of the game was with the Miners turn the ball over like they did last week. 5 turnovers really did them in. Tonight they've pretty much contained that problem.
Yes, they have. Very impressed with the Miners so far.
2nd down and 11, maybe a loss of 1 on the play. Man in motion. Dyer takes a pitch, goes to the left side. Can he get to the corner? He knocked out of bounds by McCubbin.
I see a flag down. Good hard run by number 5, Mr. Dyer.
We'll see what the call is. It may be a hold against the Miners, which will bring it back. And one of the things, McCubbin was a little wordy over there on the sidelines, and he got warned by the referee to straighten it up. Because what Providence doesn't need is an unsportsmanlike penalty at a place like this.
That's right.
Or that field position, I should say. Holding penalty is very costly. It happened in the backfield. It's 10 yards from the spot of the foul. So that pushes the ball back and makes it 2nd and 22. Deepest, worst field position or worst play from scrimmage. Pass. Wide open. Dyer will go in for the touchdown.
Excellent play called by the coaches. Again, when you run the ball the way the Miners do, it's going to set up for play action passes. And that appeared just to be a drop back, pitch and catch.
37-yard pass play from Cox to Dyer. And at the 5:05 mark of the third quarter, it's a 25-6 ball game.
Miners pretty much doing what they want to tonight.
Irish lines up for the extra point. It's missed 2 in a row. Snap and the hold are good. This time the kick is up, and it makes it. And just like that, the Miners extend their lead 26-6.
That was the first passing touchdown of the night.
Time for the Pioneers to get a little concerned. If they aren't already, they should be now.
Again, 2 passes, 2 completions, 57 yards so far. Great job by the Miners.
26-6. Providence trails.
Not only can Cox run, but he also has a pretty decent arm.
Senior night festivities here, and team is celebrating on the field so far.
Yes, they are. Very big series for Providence.
Pioneers need to get a spark. Can they get it here on this kickoff return?
Yes, and they need this just for confidence. Again, playoffs are coming. Very important going to playoffs with confidence.
Preston Taylor deep for the Pioneers, flanked by Williams. And now they move some guys around, expecting maybe another squib kick. Williams comes up.
That's right.
And Jonah Scott moved up as well. Now they kick it deep, and it bounces, and taken by the deep man. Oh, and there was a hit.
What a hit.
He got popped. Preston Taylor carries it out across the 25 to the 27-yard line, where he is introduced to a blue and red player.
Looks like it was Mr. Drake Cunningham on the tackle.
Hello, my name's Drake. What's yours? I don't think it was that friendly. 1st and 10, Pioneer ball. Start at their 28-yard line. Hand off to Williams, reverses his field, looks for a hole. He's got some room to run. Can he get to the outside? And slides out of bounds.
They have to find a way to get the ball in Williams' hands. So far tonight, he's been the bright spot on the offense.
Nice run from Williams. He gets it across the 45 to the 47-yard line. Big pickup, 19 yards on the carry.
Yes, it was. Williams was still giving his all out here on the field tonight. Let's see if they can build off that momentum.
1st and 10. Ball down on the ground. Pioneers go down to cover it. Dennis never had it in his hands. They say it's a loose ball.
Ball's on the ground.
And we say it's a minor ball.
Turnover.
Bad exchange between center and quarterback. Dennis didn't seem to ever have it.
Yes, it was. Turnover just absolutely kill you, especially when you're trying to fight back into a big game.
That is one of those things that really creates a problem. Dennis comes over looking at his hands, and that exchange between center and quarterback is so crucial, and that time it cost him.
Yes, it was kind of hard to see whose fault that was, but at the end of the day, it's still a turnover.
Wide receiver open here on the left side. Quarterback sees it, and he drops the ball.
Yes, he did. Great pass by Cox. Wide open receiver over here. Dropped the touchdown pass.
Devin Robertson could have written a ticket out there. Could have signed autographs.
Yes.
All he had to do was catch the ball, and
there was nothing but green.
You know that sometimes they say when you're that wide open, that's when you get nervous, because you know you got it, and then you don't.
But as a receiver on the Defending State Championship team, you have to find a way to make that catch.
2nd and 10. Look there, there's a cornerback out on him this time. And we got flags flying everywhere. Nice tackle. Jonah Scott, form tackle there. Straight on.
Tackle.
Beautiful stop, and we got a motion penalty.
That'll be on the offense for sure.
Student body moving that time.
Yes.
I think we had 3 players in movement.
Yes, they definitely had a choice of who to call it on.
It'll go back 5.
Providence has to find a way to stay confident, find a way to keep fighting.
5-yard penalty to bring up 2nd and 15. 20-point lead. Linton-Stockton 26, Providence 6 here in the third quarter. 4:36 to go in the third. Providence needs to get a stop here. This would be a great opportunity for them to turn this into a shutdown if they can make it happen.
Oh, yes.
Snap. Cox, little pass out to the. Oh! Oh, come on. Helmet came off. McCubbin put a pop on him, and now they're going to say it was unsportsmanlike.
Yeah, I think he went up maybe a little too high, close to the head. With all the concussions in football, it's very important. Keep an eye on those type things. But, again, it was a good aggressive hit. I don't think it was purposely done.
Yeah, I don't think that was a dirty hit at all.
No, not at all.
We've gotten to the place in football where you hit somebody hard and everybody's going to go crying to their mama.
Yes.
I'm sorry, but it's just the way it is these days.
And safety is the main issue out here for these kids.
Yeah, I don't want the kids to be hurt, but it is a contact sport, and sometimes people get hit hard.
Yes.
They waved off the flag, and I think that's the right call.
I totally agree. Great job by the refs to reevaluate that flag.
Football, you got to have the room for a good, solid hit, and nobody. I don't think he was targeting his head. It didn't look like that at all.
Yes. I don't see any malice in that at all.
But that was a beautiful hit.
Yes, it was.
3rd and long. Ball back at the 45-yard line. 3rd and 18. Cox rolls out to his right. He's in trouble. Can he escape? He does. Dragged down from behind. We've got a penalty. And they finally tackle him, but not before he picks up a yard or so.
Also could be a holding call back there, too.
Yeah, that may push it back further. If I'm Providence, I take the down and not the penalty.
Definitely. 4th down sounds better than 3rd.
Yeah, you got that right. Nice play by the Providence D. They kind of sniffed that one out early, and it's just Keenan Cox's athletic ability that kept that play alive.
Oh, yes.
Keaton Cox. Sorry, I said Keenan, but it's Keaton.
Yes.
Punting team comes out.
Although there was not much gain there, still excited to run back Mr. Cox. He's hard to bring down.
Cunningham in to punt.
Let's see if Williams can get his hand on the ball and make a play here.
High snap. Punt block. He gets it away. Fair catch called for by Williams.
Good punt. Good fair catch by number 27, Williams.
We may want to start going with Harry.
Ball down at the 25-yard line. Providence came up with a big stop. That offensive series, one of the first times tonight they've really been able to stop the Miners. They were helped out by a penalty, but a couple of good defensive plays.
I'm surprised number 86 Smith's been kind of quiet tonight.
Yeah, I'd love to see him get more involved in the action.
Yes.
But,
very tall, big target.
He's not even been targeted, if I'm not mistaken, by a pass. They seem to throw away from him tonight.
Yes, they've been using number 23 a lot tonight, Mr. Bryce Drury.
Williams goes back to the left. He can't get away, and he's going to be brought down from behind. He'll lose a yard.
Absolutely nowhere to go.
He'll lose more than a yard. He'll lose 3.
Yes.
2nd and 13.
Great pursuit by the Miner defense. Williams had a hard time getting around that corner this time.
26-6. 3:10 to go, third quarter. Providence trailing.
Let's see what Providence can get going here.
Dennis at quarterback. Hands off to Williams, right side, finds a seam, but the hole closes up as fast as it opens.
There's absolutely nothing there.
It appeared just for a moment. You could see the hole, but as soon as he got to it, the Miner defense closed up. And he had nowhere to go.
Maybe time for Providence to open up the offensive playbook.
3rd and 11.
Again, number 86, Mr. Schmidt, very quiet tonight. Not too many targets.
Dennis rolls out to his left, gets his feet set, throws it up, and it's well overthrown. He targeted Schmidt this time. But Schmidt would have had to have been an 8-foot Sasquatch to go up and get that one. He was just way too short.
That's right, and he was open.
Yeah, ball was well overthrown. Yeah, Dennis is doing his best, but I don't know if it's mechanics or what, but he's just not able to make a pass under pressure, and the defenses see that. They're going to send that in the kitchen sink.
That's right. Timing just a little bit off tonight.
Schaefer puts it downfield, and there it is. It hits and rolls. And it'll be down at about the 37-yard line.
Good
Miners.
punt. Very important for Providence to get a stop here this series.
Well, they did it last time, but couldn't do anything with it. Do we have a flag on the play?
I do see a flag.
Downfield, so see what it's called.
A lot of penalties this half so far.
And
what was the call?
Penalty against Providence, which was declined. And I couldn't really make out the signal because we're actually on the visitor side here tonight. And he turns around and faces the home crowd, and so we don't really get to see the call.
Yeah, still no confirmation on that, but there's nevertheless flag on Providence.
1st and 10, Miner ball, their own 37-yard line.
With that eye pro, even when he went with the Twins the first time, he's going to the tight end all the time. No,
Hand off to Dyer, comes around the left side, legs taken out by Scott, ball goes loose, but they'll say he was down. Ground caused the fumble. Dyer, he took a shot to the hip.
Yes, he did. Good tackle, almost caused the fumble. Dyer limping a little bit. Hope we can shake it off.
Yeah, he took a pop there. Jonas Scott threw his shoulder in at him, and Dyer's legs went out from underneath him. He's going off. He got a little bit of a bruise he's going to have tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. That hit was directly on the leg.
2nd and 3. Chance Howard on the carry. It'll be 1st down out just short midfield, the 49-yard line, and the Miners move the chains once again.
Again, the Miners, nothing fancy. Hard-nosed football run straight up the middle for another 1st down. Pretty much staying consistent, doing what they've been doing the whole night, running the football.
1st and 10, man in motion. Cash Howard going to the right side. And not much there. Maybe to midfield. Now they say he's just back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing.
Yeah, nothing.
Nothing doing that time.
Great job out of Providence defense.
No cash accepted on that play.
Not at all.
2nd and 10. Motion man. But the pass is down the middle to Howard. And he gets the catch.
I'll tell you, that's a great pass by Cox.
Nice fake. Howard releases downfield. And bingo.
And again, when you run the ball the way the Miners do, that passing game is going to be open.
Under 28 seconds to go here in the 3rd quarter. We may get one more play. As a matter of fact, we're going to have to get at least one more because of the play clock. Motion man. Howard again. On the ground this time, breaks a tackle or 6 and goes down for a 1st down.
Yes, it appears this Providence defense starting to wear down a little bit. Just being punished the whole game.
And with the clock down to 9 seconds, I don't think we're going to get another play off here. Nope, they're not even going to try. So at the end of 3, Linton-Stockton 26, Providence 6. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this on glycod.com. Stay with us, folks.
Whether your car needs a routine fix or an important repair, you'll want to take it to Vonyers, family owned in Jeffersonville since 1981, with old-fashioned values including honesty and integrity. Vonyers is dedicated to giving your car the best possible service in the industry. That's why service is our product at Vonyers, located at 1903 Dutch Lane in Jeffersonville. Call 812-283-6215. That's 812-283-6215. Online at Vonyers.com.
Locally owned and operated, Hoosier Termite and Pest Control is proud to be a supporter of Kentuckiana High School sports. In business since 1941, Hoosier Termite and Pest Control offers free estimates on bed bugs, termites, and all other pests. They specialize in residential and commercial properties and would love the chance to work with you. For more information, contact them at 866-445-0605. That's 866-445-0605. Hoosier Termite and Pest Control, home of the quality technicians with a personal touch.
Back here as the fourth quarter gets ready to begin. 1st and 10. Cox going to put a pass up as a receiver, and it's an incomplete pass. No flag on the play.
Incomplete pass. I see Cox is throwing the ball a lot more this half. Pretty good coverage by the Providence defender.
Fourth quarter here.
See if Providence can do something on the defensive side of the ball in this game with confidence.
2nd and 10. Low snap. Cox keeps it himself, heads up the middle. Picks up a couple maybe. It doesn't ever look like he gets much, but he picked up 3 or 4 yards on that play.
Yes, he did. He's always moving forward with those strong legs.
They'll give him 3. We'll make it 3rd and 7.
Believe it or not, a lot of kids don't do that these days. You got to keep those feet chopping. It's old school football.
Clock comes into play now as Providence trails by 3 touchdowns, and they're running out of time. Cox looks to pass, rolls to his left, throws it up, and it's almost incompleted or intercepted. It is incomplete. He took a pop,
yes,
but that was a mistake.
Lose the down, don't lose the ball.
Good job out of Providence defense.
Cox trying to do just a little too much on that play as he was in a lot of trouble and hit as he threw, and ball just never took off.
Yeah, it seemed like the Miners are just working on a couple plays they haven't been able to run this game.
4th and 7. Tight formation offensively. Cox looking to pass, puts it up downfield, has a receiver. How about that?
Yeah, I couldn't really see that end of the field, but it looked like it's completion. Good pass by Cox.
Puckett. Avery Puckett on the catch for the Miners, and he got down inside the 5-yard line. 1st and goal, ball at the 4-yard line.
Cox is showing he can throw the ball as well as run it.
Dyer with the carry, and he goes in untouched.
Untouched.
Wow. That's a backbreaker if I've seen one in a long time.
Yes, way too easy, way too easy.
32-6, and this game's getting out of hand for the Pioneers.
Yes, it is.
A lot of hands on the shoulders, helmets off on the sidelines, and players. It's a long trip to make with nothing to show for it.
Yes, it is.
A lot of frustration.
But the leaders have to find a way to keep the sideline up. Again, the playoffs are coming up, so you don't want to get too down on yourself. And this is a good Miner team that they're playing tonight.
Kick was low, and it was blocked, so it's no good. So the score will remain 32-6. Give me time to update that on the good old-fashioned screen here.
Yeah, the Miners are pretty much doing what they want to tonight on the ground and now in the air as well. Cox is showing a lot of skill tonight, running and passing the ball.
You know, they often call the quarterback the field general, and that's because he's coordinating so many things, making so many decisions on the fly. Sometimes in high school you find a kid that can do that. Many times it's a challenge, but in Linton-Stockton they've got a great one in Cox.
Yes, yes. And I was honored to play with a great high school quarterback by the name of Chris Redmond. Kind of remind me that just knows how to win.
Chris Redmond, that name rings a bell.
Oh, yes.
Why would I know that name?
One of the best quarterbacks come out of the city of Louisville.
Wasn't his dad named Bob?
Oh, yes. We know
I think
Bob.
I know who he is. Bob Redmond.
Bob, a.k.a. Coach Redmond.
Bob Redmond, part of the Glycod family. He calls games with Chris LeBar down at Male High School in Louisville. And his son Chris played at Male, went on to University of Louisville, the Atlanta Falcons, and ended his career, I believe, with the Ravens.
Super Bowl winner with the Ravens, correct.
That's right. Caden Williams going to return this one, trying to get to the edge.
Look at that speed.
Look at that. He's got it. Can he keep it in bounds? And he's going to make it all the way to the end zone for a touchdown.
Very big play. I tell you, this kid Williams has a lot of talent. They've been trying to get him loose the whole day, the whole night.
Well, that's a great returner by Caden Williams as he takes it the distance for a touchdown. And Providence with a quick strike there. Caden going to come off and take a breath. Well, what did he do? Why would he take a breath? That's all he did was score a touchdown.
Yeah, was it almost 70 yards, 80 yards maybe?
What's next? Great play by Caden Williams.
That's what leaders do, though. They keep fighting, showing the team, hey, keep fighting.
Schaefer in for the extra point. Snap and the hold are good, and the kick is up, and it appears to be good as well. So Providence signs of life here as they push the score, and they quickly respond 32-13. to 13.
Let's see if Providence can build on that momentum. Defense gets a stop here, gets another chance to score, hopefully.
Pioneers, just when you thought this was out of control, they find a way to break through. Now they only trail by 19. And that was all on the back of Caden Williams. He made that happen, scooped up the short kickoff, made a decision to try to get a return, got to the corner, and he literally danced a tightrope walk down the sideline for about 15 yards before he finally broke it free.
Yes, he did. This kid's only a junior, and he's definitely been the highlights for the Providence Pioneers tonight.
Pioneers to kick off now. Schaefer.
Showed a lot of speed when he hit that corner, too.
Yeah, he did. Nice acceleration around the corner, and that has a little bit of a spark for the Pioneer faithful. They got up on their feet to celebrate that one. Win, lose, or not, that was a highlight moment for Williams this season.
Again, that's what leaders do.
Appears to be an onside kick attempt here. Schaefer lines up, makes it look that way.
It'd be a good call.
You never know. He's showing he's going to kick it to this direction, but we'll see. Waiting for the signal. There's the whistle. Ball bounces high, nice kick, but well covered by the Miners.
The ball had a nice hop, just went a little far.
Yeah, that is always so hard to execute is a good onside kick. Kickers practice that a lot and try to get that bounce just at the right time. Got a good bounce, but just went a little far.
Just a little far. Great effort, though. Curious to see what Providence is going to do on defense here.
Good call by the coach there. You have to take the chance on that. 1st and 10 Miners, ball at the 41-yard line. Howard with the carry. Chance Howard, that is. And no gain on the play. Defense stops him.
Great job out of Providence defense.
2nd and 10. Pioneers got a little bit of a boost from their spark plug, Caden Williams. It'd be a nice time to get a stop. Sorry.
Yes, well, no, you're fine, Mike. I was just going to say I expect the Miners to keep trying to put points on the board. No reason to slow it down at this point.
No, they lead by 19, 32-13 here in the fourth quarter. Handoff taken by Howard, and he's taken down.
The Providence defense has showed signs of real good football tonight. That tackle was by, was it number 7, Mr. Caleb McCubbins?
James Hoke was the initial stop, and McCubbins came up and finished him off. Yeah, so 1-2 punch there by Hoke and McCubbins. But we go back, McCubbins is the free safety. How many tackles has he been making?
Way too many.
Yeah, way too many. He's coming up from the deepest position, and he's usually the last man in the defense. So if he's making the tackle, that's not a good sign. 3rd and 8. Passing situation, Cox puts it up, has a receiver, but he's short of the first down.
It's still a good play call, and I like the fact that they have confidence in Cox throwing the ball as well.
Out of bounds at the 49-yard line. He's going to be about 2 yards short, 4th and 2, just short of midfield. Got nothing to lose here. You're up by 3 touchdowns. Big stop here if the Pioneers can make it happen. 4th and 2, big 4th down play.
Very big 4th down.
Pioneers, they want to jump so bad. Cox trying to get them to do it. Great control by the Pioneer defense. And timeout taken by the Miners.
Great job out of Providence defense. They were trying to draw them off sides. They refused to do it.
Coach Dennison out on the field shaking the hands of his defenders as they get a good non-penalty there, and that was the goal, was to get the Pioneers to jump. We'll stay with the action here. I have a feeling this timeout's going to go quickly. And I have too many buttons I have to hit to try to get to the break. I'm sorry. There'll be other opportunities, trust me.
Yes, this is a very big 4th down for Providence. They get a stop here to have a chance to put more points on the board.
So the Miners, do they stick with this idea of, their defense has been playing quite well. I'm a big fan of just go ahead and punt it away, let your defense get a little glory right now.
Yeah, that's right.
At
this point,
you're up by 3 scores. You get stopped here, and Providence gets a quick score on you somehow. All of a sudden, you got a different ball game, and they begin to believe they can win.
That's right.
But Coach Oliver decides he's going to drive a nail through the coffin here, or at least try. Cox on the carry, keeper, and he's going to be stopped and fumbles the ball. Pioneers fall on it. Either way, it's picked up and taken. Caden Williams comes out with it, and he takes it in for the touchdown.
Is that number 27, Caden Williams,
that
again
is
making
Caden
a play?
Williams.
This guy's a star in the making.
Keaton Cox fumbles the ball. Look who was down there on the ground, McCubbin.
Again, Mike, you called that out. You said, why not punt the ball? Turns out it could have been the right call.
We have a flag back here. We'll have to see what the call is.
Miners had 5 turnovers last week. You don't want to see that at the end of the game.
And Providence.
Touchdown. Good job out of Providence defense.
Caden Williams picks up the fumble and takes it 40-some-odd yards, almost 50 yards in for a touchdown.
Where the hell is he going?
Still fighting.
Is that a wedge or is that a helmet?
Still fighting, waiting for the extra point.
8:53 to go in the 4th quarter. Providence scores. That makes it 32-19. And they're going to go for the kick.
Providence are finishing this game off strong. Game's never over till it's over.
Kick is up. And it's good. Folks, we got a ball game here.
Very impressed with the Providence players and the coaching staff. Way to keep fighting, hanging in there.
32-20.
Great job. Let's see what the Miners do coming out here. See if they, stay focused, try to put some more points on the board. The game was out of reach, but Providence is sneaking back in there.
Well, they're only down by 12.
Oh, yes.
Couple of touchdowns,
wow.
And Providence could be on top. That's still a long shot. They've got a lot to do, and they're running out of time. But you got to like the heart the Pioneers have shown here in the 4th quarter. And let's just say the heart of Caden Williams, because it's been almost all of his effort. He's picked him up and carried him on his back. I don't know what else he could do.
Keep doing what he's doing. Like I said, it's still 8.5 minutes or so. 8 minutes, 53 seconds. Still have time.
That's right. There's plenty of time.
I have seen this done before, so this is not impossible at all.
McCubbins, he's favoring that right arm. I'm not sure he's 100%. His left arm swinging, his right arm is being held static. I don't know if the coaching staff has noticed that yet or not.
It's been a physical game I heard tonight. I will say that.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he was the one that put the hit on. The penalty apparently will be enforced on the kickoff. So I'm not sure what the penalty was, but it was a 15-yard penalty.
That's actually a huge call. This kicker needs to put his foot into this ball.
Well, they show onside kick. Pioneer's going to.
Oh, from there?
Yeah, that's, well, you know, I've seen crazier things. No, he kicks it up and away. Dyer going to take the kick. Oh, wow. There's some hits.
Yeah, they're hitting tonight. Both teams realizing this game is not over yet.
No, there's some serious contact on that kickoff.
Yes, it is.
Oh, my goodness.
It's turning out to be a very good ball game.
Yeah, I was hearing pads pop up here in the booth. That's always fun.
I expect for the Miners a dose of Cox, dose of Dyer. They've pretty much been unstoppable tonight.
1st and 10, ball at the 46-yard line. Dyer in motion, and he gets the handoff, and he's taken down. Jack Wagner, big stomp for the Pioneers, gets him in the backfield.
Great job out of Providence defense. They are really stepping up to the plate in this fourth quarter.
Lost about a yard on the play, 2nd down and 11. Pioneer defense starting to see a little bit of life here, perhaps.
Yes, they are. They're still fighting. That's what the coach staff's looking for. Hey, don't give up.
Wagner, nice pop on that. Dyer was coming around the corner. Wagner just drove him into the ground.
And, you know, it could be Providence could be figuring this offense out a little bit as well.
Better late than never.
Oh, yes.
Cox keeps it, spins out of one tackle, but right into another, and no gain. It'll be 3rd and 10, and all of a sudden the Pioneers have an answer here.
Uh-oh. It's getting very interesting, Mike.
3rd and 10.
Now, this is big. You want to talk about a big third down? Here it is.
Miners have been able to convert throwing passes many times on 3rd and long tonight, several in a row. Can they do it one more time? If I'm Providence, I got to be looking for that.
Oh, yes.
Running back releasing out.
I would not be surprised to see a play-action pass here.
I tell you, if he's a running back, I just tackle him, whether he's got the ball or not. Cox escapes. Can they get him down short of the 1st down? They do. It's going to be 4th and short, but he picked up a nice chunk.
Yes, he did. I'm telling you, I mean, that's a tough job to stop Cox, and they're doing it.
4th and about a yard.
He's such a dynamic runner. You know, when he goes out for the pass, I mean, you have to stay at home because he can't run the ball.
Well, we're going to find out.
No doubt the Miners are going to go for this. They have confidence in their offense.
Well, they have reason to be confident.
Yes, they do.
Cox and Howard in the backfield. Man in motion is Howard. He's got the 1st down. He only needed 1. He got about 2.
Yeah, he got about 2. He got that pretty easy, I think.
You know, that play was won there. That series was won on the 3rd down play.
Exactly.
If they'd have been able to stop them at 3rd and 8, 3rd and 7, probably been a punt situation there, but couldn't get it done. 1st and 10, ball at the 35-yard line, and now the clock will continue to tick down. 6:23 to go in the 4th quarter.
Very big series here for Providence.
32-20, Cox rolls out to his left. He's going to pass. Avoids the tackle. Now he's got some room to roam.
I really like this kid, Cox. I thought he had a wide open receiver there for a second, but he chose to, tuck it and run.
Well, he made a quick decision.
Yes, he did.
Picked up just short of 10 yards, so it's going to be 2nd and short. 2nd and about a foot.
That's what you expect from your senior.
32-20. 6:09 to go.
Expect to run here. Eat the clock up.
Cox and Howard in the backfield. Howard with the ball.
Good hard run.
Keeps fighting. They can't get him down. And they finally do. Student body got involved on that one.
Good hard run up the middle. Keeps the clock running. Gain of a couple.
First down, yeah. First down and more. Down inside the 25 to the 21-yard line. 1st and 10. Clock continues to run. 5:48 and ticking away. And Providence's hopes of getting back in this game
ticking down
are evaporating with the clock.
Yes, it is. That's what a good run game does. It eats the clock.
Spins, runs.
I tell you.
Gets down inside the 15-yard line.
This kid Cox is very exciting to watch play. So a gain around, I'll say around 7 or 8 maybe.
Providence takes a timeout. 2nd down and 3. They'll take a timeout. We'll take a quick break as well. We'll talk it over. Be right back right after this on GlideCod.com. Stay with us, folks.
The best things in life are free, and that includes free checking from Centro. When we say free, we mean it. This seriously free checking has all the online and mobile banking features you want. Plus, no minimum balance, no monthly maintenance fees, and no required transactions. Get seriously free checking and bank with a seriously local business. Check it out at Centra.org. Centra Credit Union, centered around you. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Opportunity.
Back here at Linton-Stockton High School, rather. Linton, Indiana. Mike Beck, Antoine Wardlow. The Providence Pioneers trying to find a way to turn a defeat into a victory here. If they could just get a stop.
Have to get a stop, Mike.
2nd and 3. Ball inside the 15-yard line. Cash Howard with the carry. And stopped by about 4 Pioneers.
Great job out of Providence defense.
But he has enough forward progress to pick up the 1st down. And it's going to be 1st and goal inside the 10. Spotted just across the 10-yard line, so they'll have to score. They won't be able to get another 1st down. 1st and goal, Miners.
1st and goal. Expect a run here.
Howard with a carry, goes left side. Had some blockers, but he was split by Jonah Scott, who got in there and made the tackle. McCubbin also came up and made the stop as well.
I didn't really get a good look at that one, Mike.
Yeah, it was hard to say. I think it was Chance Howard, if I'm not mistaken, carrying the ball. And they just went off the left side. 4:19 to go, 4th quarter. Dyer with the carry. Dyer goes left side, fights forward, ball loose. Ooh. It's on the ground. They say it was down.
They do not need that right now.
Yeah, turnover down there. Whew.
A turnover would definitely hurt at this point. You're a few minutes away from a victory. Don't need a turnover.
Ball down near the 2-yard line. 3rd and goal. Under 4 minutes to play. Providence trails 32-20.
Clock still running.
Cox in the shotgun, takes a snap himself, dives over the pile, and he's in. Wow. Keaton Cox.
What an effort by number 4 Cox.
He goes airborne, and he gets the touchdown.
That's a kid that wants this win tonight.
I know. And
all effort.
Some coaches and fans hold their breath when he goes airborne.
Lord knows I did. But when it works, it works. Great job, number 4, Mr. Cox.
Yeah, that's called selling out
yes,
for the team.
Give it all for your team, your school, your coaches, your family.
38-20.
This kid's done it all tonight.
And they're going to go for the 2-point conversion. Cox keeps it himself, rolls, puts a pass up in the end zone.
Wow.
And wide open is the receiver. 2-point conversion.
He's showing us a little bit of everything tonight.
Yep. And the Pioneers were fooled on that. 40-20. Back to a 20-point lead.
Great series by the Linton Miners. Providence needs to keep their head up. They played well this quarter. Put some more points on the board before we go home. Again, number 4 Cox putting on the clinic tonight.
He's done a fine job. One of the better players that we've seen this year.
He's got a very good passing percentage this second half, too.
Well, they're passing material.
Providence, last time they received a kick, Caden Williams took it in for a touchdown. Can they do it again? That's asking a lot. One time in a game is pretty special. 2 times.
Well, I tell you what, if anyone can do it, it's number 27 Williams.
Well, I suspect they're going to do everything they can to keep it out of his hands because that's what they were trying to do before. He came up and made just an outstanding play on a loose ball. Squib kick going to be taken by one of the up men, and he's going to be corralled at the 39-yard line. 1st and 10 Pioneers.
Good safe kick. They definitely won't get kick the ball to Williams. That was obvious.
3:22 to go in the ball game. Pioneers going to have to score and score in a hurry. They got a long way to go and a short time to get there. We say it's eastbound and down.
I've got one word, Williams. Found a way to get him the ball.
Actually, it's northbound and down, but hey, who's keeping track?
Who's counting?
Right.
Yeah.
27's over here, inside receiver on tag. You got the freshman. He goes vertical, that's for a wheel out.
Got 4 receivers.
Dennis drops back, puts a pass up. Nice throw. And it's overthrown.
You know, Mike, honestly, from what I saw, number 23 has to find a way to keep running. And number 23 is Mr. Bryce Drury. If he keeps running, he's got a better chance to catch that ball.
He went
you never
airborne.
want to stop as a receiver.
He went airborne too soon.
Yes. He actually slowed down too soon. You keep running. If the ball's short, it's the quarterback's fault.
Incompletion stops the clock. 3:15 to go. 4th quarter. Providence trails 40-20. Had signs of life here in the 4th quarter, but they dug themselves quite a hole.
Yes, they have.
Tight formation. Dennis drops back, throws it out to Williams, who can't control the pass in and out of his hands. And again, a ball that possibly was catchable.
Yeah, it was catchable. It wasn't a perfect pass, but it was catchable.
He could have done something with it if he had brought it in. But
especially with a guy with his talents. 27 is very talented, Mr. Williams.
3rd and 10. Could be a quick series for the Pioneers if they don't pick up a first down.
Very big. It's important to go home with confidence and feeling good about yourself if you're Providence. Again, number 86 Smith's been very quiet tonight.
Nothing from Schmidt tonight.
Wide open again.
Same pass to Williams.
There he
He's
goes.
got some room. And out across the 50 to the 45-yard line.
Good job.
That play would work almost every time they try it. I'm surprised they haven't tried that pass more often.
Yeah, I told you. I got one word for Providence, Williams.
Quick lineup. Waiting for everything to get set. Dennis drops back. Pulls it down. Now throws it down. Finds a receiver.
Number 86 Schmidt.
There you go.
First catch of the night.
Inside the 35 to the 34-yard line. First down, Providence. Dennis back in the shotgun. Pass out in the flat to Drury. He goes down on a knee. Not much gain there. But nice play.
Yes, it was. He's kind of limping a little bit, too, number 23, Drury.
2:40 to go in the ball game. Quick setup offense. Snap. Dennis to Drury, and it's incomplete. And that will stop the clock. And Providence can go back in the huddle and call a couple of plays, perhaps. 2:29 to go in the ball game. 40-20, Linton-Stockton on top, and this one's seemingly in the bank, but you know what they say about counting chickens.
Yeah, that's right. If I'm Providence, I'm still trying to find a way to score some points here.
Dennis in the shotgun. Trips to his far side. Looks downfield. Nice pass over the hand of Drury. Drury's
again.
He kind of pulled up short.
Yes, he has to find a way And again, I don't want to be hard on this kid. Everything's not his fault. But he has to find a way to keep running. If the pass is short, you can blame the quarterback. When you stop, it's your fault.
Yeah. I don't know if he's taking a big shot from a free safety coming across there or what.
Yes.
He looked just a little skittish.
That's right.
Like he was aware that there was somebody coming for him.
Correct, Mike, correct.
And
I saw the same thing.
You see that look in a kid's eyes. They've been popped one too many times. They're afraid to go back across the middle.
And they've been going to him all night.
Dennis running for his life, puts it up to Schmidt.
There's my guy.
Schmidt makes the catch inside the 20. Well, he saves at the 21-yard line, but either way, it's enough for a first down. 2:15 to go, gets out of bounds, stops the clock. Now they start it again. So
good pass, good catch. Good route by Schmidt, excuse me.
Drury back in the ball game. Providence never been known as a passing offense, and all of a sudden, pass.
Yeah.
Kind of forced into it by necessity.
Again, I would like to see a few more plays called for number 86 Schmidt.
Man in motion, Williams. Dennis drops back, throws it up, putting it up for Williams.
Oh.
And it's incomplete. Ball knocked down. Williams. Dennis throwing into double coverage there. Williams.
Great defense by the Miners.
Yeah. Couldn't make it happen.
I almost thought it was an interception there, Mike.
Yeah. Williams dinged up a little bit on the play. Comes back. Incomplete pass. Stops the clock at 1:45. Pioneers looking for lightning in a bottle. Snap to Dennis, rolls to his left. That's always tough for a quarterback. Throws it up, kind of a wobbler. Taken away in the air by Schmidt.
Number 86 Schmidt.
It was an interception, and he took it out of the hands of the defender.
Yes, he did. He went up high. Made sure the defender couldn't get the interception.
Schmidt with a touchdown catch, and that was a 21-yard touchdown pass.
Yes, it was.
Nice job by Joe Dennis.
Would like to have seen Schmidt be a little more involved in this game tonight. He's showing why.
Pass was not what you'd call a thing of beauty, but it was effective.
That's called big boy football.
Extra point is good. There's been a lot of scoring here in the fourth quarter.
Yes.
Let's see if we can get this updated for the fans back at home.
Again, if I'm Providence, this is what I'm looking for. You know, going home with something to look forward to. I've had this kid Schmidt a couple times this year, and every game he's amazed me with a big play.
40-27, Linton-Stockton leads Providence here in the fourth quarter. Providence scored 20 points in this quarter, but the problem is they can't shut down their opponent, and that's cost them. They just can't dig out of this hole.
Exactly. Normally 20 points is good enough to keep you, in the game. But tonight, when you can't stop anyone, it's hard. And again, Miners is a very good football team, so this is not a slaps they're playing tonight.
No, not at all.
Defending state champions in 1A, of course. They're now 2A this year. Speaking about the Miners.
Yep. Well, probably going to see another onside kick from Providence.
Definitely. It's good to see the Providence kids happy, celebrating, high-fiving.
Ball down just across midfield.
Great job out of Miners to cover that ball.
Chance Howard was the up back. Took the ball, and I'm sure he was fearing that 11 guys were going to spear him in the back. Nobody took a cheap shot, which is good football.
Definitely.
He took the ball, went down on a knee, and they just touched him, but nothing inappropriate.
Exactly. People underestimate how important that is. Great job out of Miners to cover that kick.
1st and 10, ball at their own 49-yard line. Good field position for the Miners, but really, all they need to do is start taking a knee.
Oh, okay.
And they do.
I just heard one of the Providence fans say we drove too far to take a knee. Not sure I disagree with him.
It was a drive.
Yes.
But you get to see why we say Indiana is the crossroads of America.
That's right.
Beautiful countryside.
That's right.
Minute 26 to go here in the fourth quarter. Timeout taken by the Pioneers as they trail by 13, 40-27. And it's been a good ball game. Providence really has turned it on here in the fourth quarter, but just a lot to overcome, trailing most of the game by 20 or more points.
Yeah, just a little too late. But again, if I'm the Providence coaches, you have something to take home. You can score the ball when you execute.
Yep, and you also say, thank goodness that Caden Williams is only a junior.
Oh, yes. Definitely have a lot to look forward to moving forward.
We want him back.
That's right.
Other good news for them, Joe Dennis is only a junior as well. Wow. So their skill positions, Providence not going to graduate too many. Linton going to line up in the offense. 2nd and 15. And Drury takes the handoff. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Now they lose a yard. Another timeout taken by Providence, and now it's 3rd and 16.
And that was number 5, Mr. Lance Dyer.
Dyer, that's right.
Yes.
Go ahead.
And he's only a freshman.
Minute 19 to go here.
Wow.
Dyer's a freshman?
Yes, it's according to what I'm looking at.
Wow, that's even more impressive. He's had quite a good game tonight.
Yes, he has. Yes, he has.
Providence trying to get a stop here in the fourth quarter, late in the fourth quarter. 3rd and 15. Miners would love to get a first down here and put this game to bed, but Providence doing everything they can to extend this.
Main thing, moving forward, get out of here without any injuries.
A lot of fan support here.
Yes.
Very vocal.
I love it.
Cox rolls to his right. He's going to about the original line of scrimmage, and it'll be 4th and 10. Providence, I believe, is out of timeouts at this point. And now clock will run, and Providence can't really stop it.
Mr. Cox adding on to his stats tonight.
Providence may get this ball back with about 30 seconds to play.
They get a stop here.
It's 4th down. Do you punt it away here at 4th and 10 in midfield, or do you give Providence the ball back of the short field?
Mike, you put me on the spot. I'm not sure here. But it depends on what type of coach is over on the sideline.
Dude, I'd punt it.
Yes.
Man. I'd put it deep.
Trust me, some coaches is going to try to steal.
What do they got back there? Caden Williams or something?
Yes.
Yeah, well, they let it run all the way down. They'll take the penalty, delay a game. Or do they took the timeout? No delay a game penalty, but a timeout called.
Okay.
With 30 seconds to go,
again,
we'll have a punt.
You kick this ball to number 27 Williams, you have a chance of him scoring. He is very dynamic.
They trail by 13, 40-27. So what you have to calculate here is if you punt it, Williams returns it for a touchdown. It's going to take 10 seconds, 12 seconds maybe. You're going to have to kick off. You're going to kick an onside kick. That's going to take some time. Yeah. Providence has no timeouts. Even if they got the ball back, they'd have a desperation pass.
Yeah.
Then at that point with maybe 10 to 18 seconds left. They're just running out of time.
Yeah. That's what I was going to say. So basically, Mike, you're saying the game's over.
I'm not saying that.
Okay.
Stay with us.
Okay.
We're staying with it. You stay with it, too. I know it's just in vogue these days for coaches to just keep doing this go for it on fourth down thing, and
it really does depend on the coach's personality. And I've had both type coaches.
Yeah, I got the coach. Yeah. What? I ain't gonna punt.
That's right.
It's 4th and 27 on my own 12-yard line. If we were men, we would get this.
That's right.
Fake. Oh, now he.
Oh, see?
Oh,
see?
My goodness.
Wow. So did they get the ball there?
Ball out of bounds. Ball is spotted
yes,
at the 19-yard line.
Man.
Wow.
A lot of strange things happening tonight, I tell you.
That's oh, my goodness.
Any other game, this effort from Providence could be a win.
Any other game, yeah. I think, and I may be mistaken, I think that it was Jack Wagner that got in there and was the one that made contact with the ball. I don't know who it hit, but it came off with authority. Somebody's going to have a zinger on their stomach tomorrow.
One heck of a play. And these kids are not giving up. So the Providence coaches, the family, the school should be proud of these kids.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. Dennis in the shotgun. He's going to try to find a quick strike. Throws it up. Throws it to Schmidt. And it's a touchdown.
That's been there all night.
Oh, my gosh.
What a catch, pass and catch. Again, I've been calling for Schmidt's number all night. Fourth quarter, I got a little dose of Schmidt.
Joe Dennis, who's not technically been great tonight, when he gets time to set his feet, he throws a nice ball.
Much better quarterback when his feet are set.
Wow.
Totally agree, Mike.
Schaefer in for the extra point.
This is
Kick
unbelievable.
Is up, and it's good. Folks, we got us a ball game.
Again, I must say, win or lose, these Providence kids have showed a lot of heart tonight.
Wow. That's all I can say. I would not have, if you'd have told me it would end up like this, I wouldn't have believed you. And it's not because I don't believe you.
Yes. And I think this is very important moving into playoff time for Providence as well.
Confidence builder for the Pioneers, whether they get this onside kick back or not.
Yes.
They've cut this to a one-score ball game, 40-34. And I guarantee you the Miner fans are sitting on their hands right now because they'd be chewing their nails if they weren't.
Guarantee it.
If they get an onside kickoff, everybody in this place is going to go ape. 13 seconds to go. Isn't this the scenario we just talked about?
Wow. Yes, it is. You called it out, Mike.
I didn't call a block punt, but I wouldn't have thought of that.
Again, the bus ride home will be a lot better considering the way Providence finished this game.
Yeah, I don't believe in moral victories in football, but they're going to feel pretty darn good about this.
Yes.
Okay, here they go.
The Providence fans are cheering their team on as well. They should.
I can tell you one thing: this will be an onside kick.
Guarantee it, Mike.
Of course, if you're really smart, you pooch kick it over to the right side of the field where there's nobody at, and try to get back there before anybody else does. I'm just saying.
Ooh. This is big. This is big.
Yeah, I'm everybody eye on the ball. Nice bounce.
There it is.
It's loose. Ball is loose. And we've got a whistle.
Wow.
They say the Pioneers were offsides.
Okay. I tell you, great effort.
Or were the Miners offsides?
It's going to be an interesting call.
We're going to see what the rule is. Now Providence gets to do it again, this time at the 45-yard line because the Miners cheated across the 50, which you can't do.
Well, I tell you, Mike, the kicker's he's kicking a good ball for this onside.
He's doing a good job.
They have to find a way to get to it.
If you just get just a little shorter and a little bit bigger second bounce.
And the Miners are doing an excellent job of just getting on the ball, not worrying about running it back, falling on the ball.
Been an entertaining ball game, folks.
Yes.
Didn't think it would end up this close, but it sure has been fun in the fourth quarter. Until 2 o'clock in the morning, but boy, it's been fun.
Yes. At least I got my steak sandwich, too.
That's right.
Good game, steak sandwich.
What more can you ask for?
That's right.
And all the students that are on fall break that missed this ball game,
they missed a good one.
They're going to be hearing about this one. Some of these kids are going to remember this one for a long time.
Oh, I guarantee it. I'm glad I was able to witness it.
Schaefer ready to go again. Here we go. He's lined up. Pioneer kids start to move.
There it is.
There it is. Good kick.
Oh, again, these Miner kids are very disciplined. Number 43, Mr. Cash Howard. There's
Cash
a way
Howard, yeah.
to gather the ball and just fall on it. Very disciplined by the Miners. Good job. Pretty good kick by the Providence kicker as well.
Pioneers did everything they could to get back in the ball game.
Yes, they did.
And we'll definitely talk about this in our post-game coverage. What a nice attempt there to fight back here in the fourth quarter.
He's close. The fans say they smell a skunk under the bleachers. I kind of smell it too, Mike.
I knew there was. I didn't want to say anything because I didn't want you to think I thought it was you.
No.
But it could have been me. You know what I know.
I think that's a real skunk, Mike.
It was a real skunk. Yeah, you're right. And that's it. The final play of the ball game. Linton-Stockton Miners 40. Providence Pioneers 34, but what an ending.
Excellent ball game.
To a ball game that it seemed done early. Providence finds a way to get back in this one and make it exciting at the end. We'll take a break. We'll be back with our post-game coverage right after this on glycod.com. Stick with us, folks. Lots of fun yet to come.
My dealer smells like roses and cinnamon gum.
When I was born, my dealer brought a teddy bear to the hospital.
My dealer pays for my college tuition.
She makes the best chocolate chip cookies. Plus, she comes to all of my basketball games.
Now he calls me princess, which I don't really like, but he's cool.
Sometimes she even does my laundry.
Don't turn someone who loves you into your dealer. If your name isn't on the label, the pills aren't yours.
Dr. Carter's office, Annette speaking. How may I help you?
From your very first call through your dental exam and recare appointments, the warm personal care from Dr. Todd Carter and his friendly staff at Carter Family Dentistry will put you at ease. Dr. Carter can take care of you and your family's dental needs, from gentle cleanings to complex procedures. Call Annette or Joyce today at 812-944-5155 and see why 5 generations of patients still return to Carter Family Dentistry, located on Mount Tabor Road in New Albany.
Mayhem is everywhere.
I'm an extremely average golfer. I take my first full swing of the day and hit
We'll go over any stats that you made.
perfect duck hook over the frontage road and right through your windshield. You yank the wheel and end up OB in a water hazard. And if you have cut rate insurance, you could be out a whole lot of green. So get Allstate.
And Floyd Knobs. Call Allstate agent Packy Page today.
Hi, this is Sheriff Jamie Knoll of the Clark County Sheriff's Office reminding you to please buckle up, wear your seatbelts, and refrain from texting while you're behind the wheel. Your safety is our priority. Enjoy the game.
Glycod's coverage of Kentuckiana Football Friday continues with the postgame show. A recap of tonight's action, recognition of tonight's top players, and scores of other games. Brought to you by Clark County Sheriff Jamie Knoll. If you have crime information to report, contact the Clark County Sheriff's Office tip line at 812-280-2276 or email tips at clarkcosheriff.com.
Final score here at Linton-Stockton High School. The Miners of Linton 40, the Providence Pioneers 34. Mike Beck, Antoine Wardlow, and we're in our post-game coverage now. And let's go over what stats we've been able to garner tonight.
Yes, well, the second half, Linton, they still ran the ball. They had 152 total yards in the first half, 91 yards in the second half off 28 carries. So pretty much balanced in the running game. They passed the ball a lot more in the second half. Very impressed with Cox, how he can throw the ball. So it's a very good bounce attack by Linton-Stockton. They kind of let up a little bit in the second half, gave Providence a chance to get back in the game. Providence for the second half, 5 carries for only 24 yards. They didn't really do a lot of running in the second half, a little surprising, but definitely a lot more passing. 6 for 18, 89 yards. So Providence did a little better pass in the second half. But for the most part, the story of this game was Linton's running game. They just could not stop it, but a lot better effort in the second half by the Providence Pioneers.
All right, well, that's our stats. We'll go ahead, take another break, come back with our most outstanding player of the game right after this. So stay with us. More post-game coverage yet to come here on glycod.com. We'll be right back.
The Locker Room is proud to be a sponsor of Southern Indiana High School Sports, located in historic Jeff at 319 Spring Street. The Locker Room has been a business for over 40 years and was Southern Indiana's first screen printer. They specialize in wholesale screen printing, t-shirts, and have a full-time graphic artist on staff. No job is too big or small. The Locker Room invites you to team up with the best. For more information, call The Locker Room at 282-8600. That's 282-8600.
The W.M. Kelly Company, complete metal manufacturing located in New Albany. They are always looking for experienced welders and machine operators. If you're interested in becoming part of their team, contact W.M. Kelly's Human Resources Office at 812-945-3529 or send an email to info@wmkelly.com. W.M. Kelly. Designing, building, innovating.
Kentuckiana Insurance Center in Sellersburg protects what you love and provides security when you need it most. They're a full-service, independent insurance agency with a hometown attitude dedicated to providing superior service and the best coverage possible. A pace-setter agency for 28 years, Kentuckiana Insurance Center was awarded Motorist Coveted Pace-Setter designation, the top recognition the company awards agents. Choose a Motorist Pace-Setter agent to get the protection and security you need. Motorist Insurance, you know us. Call Earl of Bonneville or Larry Shepard at 812-246-4700. Many children in your community need a voice. That's why you should volunteer for CASA, court-appointed special advocates who stand for the best interest of abused and neglected children involved in the court system. CASA volunteers are ordinary community members, and as a volunteer, you'll receive plenty of training and have lots of resources to help you with your cases. For more information or to become a volunteer, contact your local CASA office or visit casaforchildren.org.
Welcome back as our post-game coverage continues. It's time now to pick our most outstanding player of the game tonight. Most outstanding player brought to you by Allstate Insurance Agents Packy Page of Floyd's Knobs and Brian Wright of Jeffersonville. For a free quote on your insurance, give Packy or Brian a call or stop by their office and let them know you heard it right here on glycod.com. They'd appreciate that, so would we. Most outstanding players of the game, Antoine, these weren't hard at all.
No, it wasn't hard tonight, which is good for us because I normally struggle with this, Mike, as you know. But tonight, for the Linton Miners, I have to go with number 4, Mr. Keaton Cox. He pretty much did everything tonight. He did it on the ground. He did it in the air. He did it on punt returns, kickoff returns. He pretty much did everything tonight. And for Providence, once again, one of my favorite players, Mr. Caden Williams, number 27. Excellent ball player. I think his fire allowed this team to get back in the game in the fourth quarter. Again, that's what a leader does, and we will have another season of this young man. So great job, Mr. Caden Williams, number 27. Also great job from the Miners, number 4, Mr. Keaton Cox. Excellent ball game by both.
All right, tip of the hat to both players as they are the most outstanding players of the game. Keaton Cox, number 4 for Linton-Stockton, and Caden Williams, number 27 for Providence. We'll take our last break, be back with scores of other games and a couple of surprises out there in football land. We'll let you know what those are and more right ahead. Stay with us.
Whether your car needs a routine fix or an important repair, you'll want to take it to Vonyers, family-owned in Jeffersonville since 1981, with old-fashioned values including honesty and integrity. Vonyers is dedicated to giving your car the best possible service in the industry. That's why service is our product at Vonyers, located at 1903 Dutch Lane in Jeffersonville. Call 812-283-6215. That's 812-283-6215. Online at Vonyers.com.
The Locker Room is proud to be a sponsor of Southern Indiana High School Sports, located in historic Jeff at 319 Spring Street. The Locker Room has been a business for over 40 years and was Southern Indiana's first screen printer. They specialize in wholesale screen printing, t-shirts, and have a full-time graphic artist on staff. No job is too big or small. The Locker Room invites you to team up with the best. For more information, call The Locker Room at 282-8600. That's 282-8600.
Westminster Village, Kentuckiana, a senior living community located in the heart of Clarksville, has been serving residents and the community for over 3 decades. Even if your needs change, your home doesn't have to. independent apartments, assisted living, rehab programs, and skilled nursing. Call 812-282-9691 to schedule a tour and to find out more. Find Westminster Village Kentuckiana on Facebook and online.
Hi, this is Sheriff Jamie Knoll of the Clark County Sheriff's Office reminding you to please buckle up, wear your seatbelts, and refrain from texting while you're behind the wheel. Your safety is our priority. Enjoy the game.
Welcome back here as our post-game coverage continues, and we are ready to start shutting things down here tonight. Mike Beck, Antoine Wardlow, and as we look at some scores of other games, let's take a look at the scoreboard brought to you tonight for the final time by Vonier's Auto Air. They are simply the best. You look at them online and people say nothing but the best. Vonier's Auto Air and the scoreboard update tonight. North Harrison finishes out a perfect regular season campaign, 56-0 over Clarksville. That's a final. At the end of 3, Jeffersonville has taken the lead against Jennings County, 42-33. Floyd Central knocks off the Bulldogs, 49-28. New Albany falls at home to Floyd Central. Floyd Central finishes the regular season at 7-2. New Albany ends at 5-4. Those two teams meet again at New Albany in 2 weeks in the second round of the postseason. Silver Creek at Corydon tonight. This was no contest, 57-0. And Charlestown holds on to get the win at Eastern Peak in the final at that one, 20-16. And those are scores of games across the landscape. Indiana regular season has come to an end. And well, before we do that, let's one note about where I'll be next week, and that is across the river. We head to Bullitt East into Mount Washington in Kentucky for the game between the Oldham County Colonels and the Bullitt East Chargers. The coverage begins at 7 p.m., kickoff at 7:30, and look forward to having you with us next week. Any final thoughts, Antoine, before we put a bow on this tonight?
Well, like I said, this was a very exciting ball game. Really enjoyed being here with the Linton Miners today. Both teams have something positive to look forward to going into the playoffs. I think Linton let up a little bit in the second half, but, they put up big numbers. So these kids have a lot to be proud of. Providence, way to keep fighting. Everyone should be proud of them. Looking forward to see how they do in the playoffs. All
right. Well, that's going to wrap it up for us. It's been fun. For a rebroadcast of this game, be sure to check on our website, glycod.com, for more. Tonight's executive producer was Steve Bird, with music by Jason Shaw. For the final score, again, was Linton-Stockton 40, Providence 34. So for Antoine Wardlow, I'm Mike Beck saying good night from Linton, Indiana. We'll see you next week. Until then, God bless, take care, and be safe on the roads tonight. You've been listening and watching high school football on glycod.com.
Tonight's live presentation of Kentuckiana Football Friday has been brought to you by Centra Credit Union for banking and financial services that are centered around you. By Hoosier Termite and Pest Control, quality technicians with a personal touch. By Kentuckiana Insurance Center, independent insurance agents serving Sellersburg for 30 years. By Clark County Sheriff Jamie Knoll, who reminds you not to text and drive. By W.M. Kelly Company in New Albany, designing, building, innovating, and now hiring. By Vonier's Auto Air in Jeff. By Our Place, providing drug and alcohol education services throughout southern Indiana. And by Allstate agents Brian Wright and Packy Page. They put you in good hands.
For schedule information about our upcoming broadcast, visit our website, glicod.com, Facebook and Twitter at Glycod. We thank you for listening to this live sports presentation from Glycod Communications.